Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay? How are we doing tonight? It is Friday, Saturday morning, where some people are. Some people Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody's had a good week. Fix my curtain real quick. Fix that real quick. Just where the phone and answer machine are kept back there, so kind of peeking through. Hopefully this sounds okay. I changed my mic earlier in the week, and because I know the other one I had was a lot more sensitive, and it was picking up the sound of the air conditioning. Hello, Jeffrey. How's it going? This was the one I was using. This is actually a lot better mic. This is a Samsung, what is it, CO1. And I put electrical tape because I was getting blinded with this LED. There's this LED underneath the tape. Here I put some electrical tape on there. Just because it's like super, super bright. And where it was like right in my eyes the whole time. And I'm just like, so I just, being smarter than the average bear, I just put a wee bit of electrical tape right there and fix the problem. Used to have it hanging down here, and then it's been hot here, so we've got the AC like right, probably about 6 feet away from me, maybe 8 feet away from me. So we're as roaring all the time. People go, "Why is somebody? It's not like I have a jet in their room." Nope, that was just me with the AC going. And as you can tell, my allergies are in full effect right now. Hello, Bonnie. How are you doing? Hello, Jeffrey. If you want, I can put the link in there. I haven't talked to Bonnie for a long time. You don't have to, but I mean, if you want to, it's always good to talk to you. It's been a while. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Well, not just crazy, just busy stuff. Just the usual things of working and more working and more working. Yeah, it seems like it never ends sometimes. And then we've been short staffed at work. We've got a couple that where I work, we have a very small group of people that work there, and two of the people are a husband and wife, and they just had a baby that is now, yeah, today will be a week old. Their little girl is so you got that. Okay, all right, no worries. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's bad. You weed whacked and raked all day, and there it is. And you sneezed green. I've done I've done that before. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like everybody's short staffed. Ski will be by shortly. There we go. There we go. He's always around. I know if he's not in the panel, he's usually listening and lurking, and so we got that going for us. Got Ski making sure everything's in its proper place, and I'm where I need to be here, right, which is right here in wonderful Dagon Alley. I feel like people are going to get the wrong idea when they see this backdrop behind me. They go, "Oh, that Hop Frog, he's a Harry Potter geek." Some people might go, "Oh, wow, that Hop Frog guy, he's a Harry Potter geek." See how you can change things by the way you inflect your your voice. See, he's right there. You said he's never far, and he's waving, or he's throwing gang signs or something. Can't be throwing signs in Dagon Alley. uh, Other than allergies, we're doing okay. We are doing well. Still fooling with the 3D printer. And yeah, I Fell off the wagon for a bit with soda and stuff. Gained a little bit of weight, not all my weight, but a little bit. So I got to get back on it. And tonight's stream is brought to you by Coke Zero Cherry. So I'm doing better. Star Trek. What about Star Trek? I don't know what she's talking about. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? He's a secret Trekkie. There you go. My mom used to love Star Trek. I think she had a crush on James T. Kirk. The quickest way to upset somebody is to call him Captain Kurt. Like Curtis. Oh. Okay. All right. There we go. His hand sign. Okay. He's back on the juice. Yeah, back on the juice. Ruh-roh. Well, this thing will live long and prosper. He's about to ask for that weigh-in, yeah. I'm at about 2 right now. Aloha, Lisa. Aloha, Paulina. Well, if you guys are here, I'll put this up. No reason for me to do a 45-minute monologue like I have done in the past. When you get friendly people who want to come up and talk about whatever they want to talk about. There we go. Beans. How's it going, Beans?
Hey, Dave, what's up?
Not much. Welcome to Dig on That Lid.
It's a very intimidating space.
Oh, you get your ones right over here. Look at Harry. Harry's over there. I can't do the voices. My allergies are just killing me right now.
That's all right.
So, nice shirt.
Thanks.
That's like a Star Trek thing, right? No, just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sign of the Rebel Alliance, isn't it?
I'm not sure what that means, but yes, probably.
That's from Star Wars. They got I think it's like something that's curved and has a bird. I don't know. I work with people who geek out on all that stuff. That's all they talk about all day is Star Wars and
I've never been a Star Wars guy. Like no.
Yeah, no.
Never been into space or sports, just music. That's it.
There you go. Same here. Same here. So yeah, I remember before you've talked before about you used to play drums and stuff for your band and stuff. And So how old were you when you started playing drums?
7.
7, okay.
7, yeah.
It's a nice early start.
Yeah. It's been like 47 years now.
So what inspired you to pick up the sticks?
I have no clue. Can't remember a single thing.
Okay. I know some people have that story. They went to that one concert, or they had a family member or a friend or something, and just got them inspired. Or sometimes you're just drawn to it.
The only thing I can think of is like Elvis died in 1977, and I was like really obsessed with Elvis at the time. But like, I mean, that's the time I started playing. So like, probably Elvis. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was just.
But like, I was not really huge into a band until like 1980 when I like discovered the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. So what kind of kit you used to play, or you still play very much?
Well, the last band I was in, Marley Rose, we have a lot of stuff on YouTube that you can look up. Haven't played for like 11 years, and a couple of the guys from the band just got back together again, and we're like writing some new stuff, and like which seems to be my MO, like for my whole career. Like I'll play in a band for a couple of years, then I'll take like 10 years off, then I'll be in a band for 2 years, then I'll take 2 years off.
Yeah,
then I'll take 10 years off. No,
that's pretty common for a lot of people and stuff. I remember I
Yeah.
was always trying to get bands off the ground, and you always get like one guy that wants to lead the band, and we're only going to do either we're just going to focus on doing covers of these bands, or we're going to do all originals, but we're going to stick with this style. Then you have other people in the band that were like into all kinds of other stuff, which I was always into, like a lot of different stuff, and like bringing my influences in and stuff. And it's like, no, we got to.
Well, I mean, but like life gets in the way,
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like life gets in the way, and like next thing you know, it's like 10 years later, and it's like, shit, I haven't done anything in the last 10 years because like
yeah. Oh yeah, I know how. I definitely know how that is. Yeah, definitely know. So the cats, I don't see the cats tonight. Cats are usually up and about, running around.
Oh, I see Tim Allen there.
Tim's here.
Yeah.
Some of my friends came by here. We've got Nurse Ratchet here. JoJo's here. Skew's here. Tim's here. Yeah, it's nice blend of people. Yeah.
Pauline is here.
Yeah, wife's telling me I need to get back on the treadmill, lose some weight. Yeah, I was doing good for a while, and then just put it back on.
Well, how old are you?
I'm going to be 55 in a couple months.
Oh, you're freaking better than me, man. I just turned 52 last week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You're only as old as you act, is like I like to tell people.
That could be horrible.
Oh, there you go. It's a good time. Paulina's saying that she started playing guitar because some mafia guys are chasing me. So I dig into a music bar and I pretend to play guitar, blend with the band. Afterwards, I begin playing. Well, there you go. To Poli go where no man's gone before. Lisa's pants. Just kidding. What's up, peeps? Hello, Dusty. It's all right.
Yeah.
He's working his way slowly to the side stage and the main stage. That's where they do all the additions, is in the parking lot. And if you're really good, they let you progress to the back alley.
Well, you got to work your way from the bottom.
That's true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So we always do. So there you go. So what else is going on these days?
Not much. My oldest granddaughter just turned 9 today. Which makes me feel old.
Yeah. Having grandkids at your age, it's pretty wild. I don't have any grandkids, fortunately, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I didn't have my son till I was 25.
Okay.
But lucky for me, like, the week after he turned 17, he came home and told me that he got his girlfriend pregnant.
Oh, there you go.
But there's a lot of people I know that, like, are grandparents much younger.
Yeah, I think
my 52, it's like.
Yeah, I think my friend was like 45, I think, when he became a grandfather. I was like, wow. Yeah, I never thought I'd make it to 55.
Oh, I never thought I'd make it to 30.
Yeah, same here. It was just, life for me growing up was pretty crazy. I don't know about you. I was just a lot of things going on. Just, hanging out with some of the wrong people I shouldn't be hanging out with, and getting into trouble, a lot of underage drinking and stuff like that. Just.
Well, actually did pretty good until I was like 24 or 25. I got a late start.
Oh,
And
okay.
then like I went really off the tracks.
Yeah. I started hanging out with some older kids and stuff and started smoking pot at it's probably about 12. Started drinking about the same age. And then,
See, I waited till much later.
yeah. So I finally got it on my system when I was about 17. Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. So I've lived in California most of my life. Lived on the East Coast for about 2 years. I was born in Alaska and just traveled around all Southern California pretty much. You pretty much stayed in your area over there most of your life? Or?
Yeah, I've been in Pennsylvania my whole life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what I always tell my friends, because I was in Maine, like I said, for about 2 years, and I always tell them it's so nice to be on the East Coast because you actually have seasons. In California, we have fire season or wind season, and that's when we have people say, "Oh, it's so cold, it's wintertime." At night, where I'm at, I'm kind of remote, and about every 10 years we get a light dusting of snow, but usually in the wintertime it gets the coldest it usually gets is about 35, 40 degrees. And but during the summertime it can hit, like, especially around August, it gets like about 112, 115. It's a dry type of heat, but still, it's once it starts hitting triple digits, it's a little rough. Yeah. If I'd say
Yeah,
hot and hotter.
I'm used to, like, especially lately, like, it's like 2 weeks ago we had snow. Now it's like been like 75 degrees like every day.
Oh,
So,
nice. Very nice.
but I can remember like growing up and having blizzards in like May
Mm-hmm.
back in the 70s. That happened.
It's so wild. Yeah, because I know when I went back there, I was in my early teens, went to go live with my grandparents, and got there in late March, and there was snow on the ground. I'm all, why is it snowing? And they go, oh yeah, it happens like this. Sometimes we get snow. Like you said, April, May, on occasion and stuff. I go, wow. But yeah, definitely enjoy it. But I know when I was there, I was pretty excited because I could always tell when spring was coming, summer was coming, and fall. There was just you could feel a shift in the air. Maybe
Yeah,
as
you can feel like a definite shift in the air, but like what actually happens like is a totally different thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was excited because, like I said, growing up in California most of my life, when I got there, I was about 13, and it was just like, what's going on? It's like, oh, this is spring. This is like, oh, this is so foreign. It was so new. It was so nice. Dusty says Dagon Alley's rough. Too many hoods in it. We got Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindors. If you don't watch your step, you can get messed up. It's bad news. Yeah, the wife picked this out for me. She didn't realize it was Harry Potter. She just liked the outlook of it because I've done different backdrops and stuff. I've tried green screen with the lighting and also with my internet. It doesn't really come through too well. Sometimes it pixelates or it starts dropping parts of the screen. So I've been using backdrops, change them out, Christmas time and different times of the year and stuff. Try to give people something decent to look at rather than just looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, sometimes I'll pick up the guitar a little bit so people have something else to listen to than this.
No, I think your best backdrop was you snapping a Dynaflex album.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I never found the other piece. I'm still missing a piece. I'm gonna have to rearrange a bunch of stuff because it's probably just flew and it went into behind something. But I got most of it put back together.
That was the first time I've ever seen anybody actually snap a Dynaflex album.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was pretty heavily scratched and stuff. I tried playing it and it just would not play. It just started skipping and stuff. I'm just like, but I didn't think it was gonna break like it did. That was impressive. Got to a certain spot and that was it. Oh, here she is. She says, "I got a wrinkle."
Well, it can only take so much, you know.
Hopefully that's.
You got a wrinkle.
There's a wrinkle in the space-time continuum.
It still looks good.
The lost piece flew into the wand shop. Okay, I'll have to. It probably did. It probably did. Yeah, she always tells me she doesn't get critical. She's like, she knows that I like to be aware of certain things, kind of like out of place and stuff. You know, she'll say, "Hey, lights," or she'll give me like, you know, sometimes she'll give me a signal, or she'll come around the corner over here and say, "Hey." So okay, so she helps me kind of fine tune things and stuff. And then it was like, for a while I was using this mic here, and this is a condenser mic, and it's super sensitive. And then you could hear my air conditioning just roaring in the background. Like, oh, let me try something else. And so I just got like a little Shure. It's like a SM48, the cheap version of their SM58. It's more of a vocal mic, but it cut down on a lot of the background noise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I try to keep things sounding okay. Yeah, she says it's called OCD. Yeah, I think we
called OCD. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I think that's probably what it is. Just, you know, just want to make sure, you know, if I'm going to be on here, I just want to make sure it's fun for everybody and looks good and sounds okay. And, you know, the hardest thing I've seen people stream before where they're in the dark and their microphone's either not on or it's real staticky and just,
you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Well, like all I use is like a, you know, 8 or 9 year old, like, you know, like tablet that I have, you know, Samsung tablet, like, you know.
Oh, that works.
No, and it works fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It seems to work fine, you know.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I started doing I've always been into music and stuff, and I started playing guitar when I was about 15, taught myself and stuff. But even before that, I was always into like sound and stuff, and I tried recreating a quadraphonic stereo system, but all I did was really just do double stereo because I didn't understand how it worked, and I was just splicing speaker wires into other wires and stuff. So no matter where I stood in my bedroom, it was always getting a stereo field. So I'd have like two left-hand speakers, two right-hand speakers, because I didn't understand. You need to have the machine to do all that stuff and everything. But it sounded good, you know, just, you know. But it's like, so I've always been listening to when I do stuff. So I have a bit of OCD when it comes to sound. I'm like, oh, I heard static. What am I doing? And then doing sound for people and stuff too, you know, can tell where stuff needs to get tweaked and stuff, whether it's, you know, in the EQ,
you know what, like
stuff.
I used to do like stuff like that when I was like 12 years old. Like I had a really good like a tape deck that, like, I mean, when you record stuff and you push pause, instead of like having to pause there, like it would like be dead on.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like take songs and I would like turn a like 4.5 minute song into like a 9 minute song just by like just pausing at like certain minutes, like, you know,
Oh, there you go.
kind of like editing the whole thing together.
Yeah, that's about how I was probably about 10 when I started doing stuff with speakers and stuff, and then the same thing with recording stuff. It's like you learn if you push the pause button real slow, it shows up on the tape. It's like a spot where it just goes ring, and it just goes into the song as a little thing. And then me and my friends, we'd get out there with like our boom boxes and stuff. And this one place where we lived, there was right across the street, there was an opening for the storm drain. And we learned if we, talked by the storm drain, we could sound like we're in the tunnel and stuff. And we'd like make our, like drama scenarios, like we're people going here and there and walking, put some water in the gutter and stomping it like we're walking through puddles and stuff and trying to get to where we're going and stuff. So it was things you do as kids, and it's entertaining. I used to do sound for weddings, like she said. Yeah. Hello, Uncle Boozy. It's been a while since Uncle Boozy's been here. Hello, Boris. Welcome, Boris.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Frog.
Good morning.
And Mr. Beans, I believe it is.
Yep.
Yes.
This is Mr. Beans.
Yeah, I don't know Boris.
He's been on my panel a little while. Boris, he lives in Detroit area, and he's into music. He's into a lot of music, but primarily Alice in Chains, as you can tell by his wall.
Oh yeah,
Alice in Chains fan. So.
Yeah, I'm the Frog's resident psychopath panelist.
No,
nothing wrong with
good
that.
Fun. You're good fun. So how you doing these days, Boris?
I'm doing all right. I'm just tired, but I just woke up, so
okay.
This coffee would get me kicking.
Yeah, I know you're working a lot of hours and stuff, and going back to work after taking a break from a bit. So,
well, I got the weekend off, so I'm styling and profiling.
Nice, very nice.
Get ready to put my leisure suit on and have a nice weekend.
There you go.
Walking suit.
Your walking suit. So how's the tomatoes coming along?
The tomatoes are coming along all right. I've had a little bit of a problem with some bugs, but we got that under control. So.
Oh, okay. There you go. I
may need to branch up and start some kind of ladybug farm.
Oh, there you go. There's actually places online that do sell ladybugs, so you can.
Kind of ladybug farm.
There you go.
Yeah, well, my primary goal, first thing I got to do is off JoJo. The guy's giving me a lot of grief. I keep going at him, but he's got that money.
I'm fucking coming after you.
He's hard to get.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. I heard styling and profiling. I didn't expect Boris. I was waiting for a
Boris
fat guy with a hairy fucking chest up from his neck down to his crotches. That's what I was looking for when styling and profiling came up.
Oh, I forgot the most important part of that. Woo!
Oh yeah. That's right. And then 69. Remember 69?
Oh yeah. But anyways, Mr. JoJo, you're very elusive. You're making it very hard for my people to get at you. Open the security gates of your compound.
Oh man, see, but stop with the paintballs, please. No more paintballs. And by the way, hello to the gentleman Beans up there. I never met you before, but hello.
No, never met you. Pleasure, sir.
Oh.
Yes.
Pleasure, my pleasure. Hope you're doing awesome. And here, just to give you an internal of our situation here, Boris is trying to get me color changed by his gang of beans with paintballs.
There you go.
I don't know,
how you doing, Boris?
I'm doing all right. When I was out in the living room, though, when I first turned this stream on, they were talking about growing up in California, and I'm kind of jelly because, I would have really enjoyed growing up in California. I ain't even going to lie about it.
Well, in reality, everyone that grew up, whatever vicinity that they grew up in, if I...
Hello?
Uh-oh.
He'll be back. Every once in a while, we all have problems. So
you know what, Boris? I have never been near to California. Nowhere. The whole West Coast, never been close to it.
It's beautiful out there. What region are you from, sir?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
East.
You're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. My sole reason for even saying it is I spent a lot of summers like outside as a kid, doing my thing, and the scenery out there, I would have enjoyed it a lot more out in California.
Mhm.
That's the reason why I say that.
Yeah.
But
What
it's
happened
gorgeous
there?
out there. We figured you'd just rage quit on us.
No, I guess it's my computer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah, you seem pretty pissed.
Hello, Charlie.
This guy's gonna
Hello,
fit right
Charlie.
in.
You just went into a JoJo rage and you were gone.
He was gone. He's like this. If he was on panel, you go, that's it.
Fuck it. I'm out.
Headphone drop. I'm out of here. I'm gone.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
No,
we can hear
yeah,
you now.
yeah,
You started talking,
good.
then you just like stopped, and it's like, uh-oh.
Dave, are you ready for the heat?
Am I ready for the heat that's coming? Yeah. You can never be ready for it, but it's like,
I know.
well, here we go.
That's part of life.
Here we go again. Yep.
That's part of life.
Could be worse. Could be in Death Valley. Last year, I think it hit 127.
Honestly, I've heard of Death Valley so many times, but I don't know the proximity of it. What part of California is it? Is it in California or outside of California?
It's in California. It's out by like past Joshua Tree. A little bit. It's kind of like between Joshua Tree and Fresno.
Oh, up north.
Yeah, not really super far up north, but it's a little bit north of us. But it's basically out in the middle of nowhere.
Is that where all the camper people go? Where's that platform that they go to?
The camper people.
Camper
Love it.
people. That's
That's
what I call them.
great.
Slab
The
City.
camper
Slab
people.
City. Yeah.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the slabs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Slab
Where
City.
is that at?
Oh, that's further south. That's down by Salton Sea. That's where Slab City is.
So more on the east.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Between Salton Sea is going to be between us and Arizona, and
Gotcha. On the way off the 10, probably.
yeah.
What's the attraction for that particular area?
I think because it's kind of still like the Wild West, and there's no policing out there. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Oh, the slabs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an abandoned military base, and that's pretty much like a no man's land. You just go out there and live, and they pretty much kind of police themselves.
Wow.
There's Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
A lot of dope out there, a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Hey,
I
Charlie,
I've
what's
heard
going on,
about it.
man?
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Doing all
Going
right.
on.
I know.
That's the sound I like. The pop of the beer. Yep.
I actually
but
been craving a beer lately. I might go get me a 16 ouncer from the store later on today.
do it. Oh, Boris, question for you. This Slab City, that they have a bunch of videos about it and on and on. Is it like you said that it's freedom to whatever you want to do? Is that why they get together there, or is it a get together once a year or twice a year as an occasion?
No, it's people that live out there, a lot of them permanently. Basically what it is, like let's say you got a dilapidated Class B camper van with velour flex seats.
Right.
You can just drive that out there, and let's say you decide, hey, I'm not going to put plates on my shit no more, and I'm just going to do my thing and smoke crack or whatever. You just go out there and set up shop, just pick out a spot and be like, okay, this is mine, and just set up shop and start smoking your crack or whatever.
Anchor it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then if you want to put big pink flamingos on top and Christmas lights and shit, do whatever you want.
It seems like it's no way to live, really. It's no way to live.
Well, that's the thing. I don't mean to interrupt you, Beans, but how did crack
please.
come into this equation?
Just my demented mind. I interjected an illicit substance into the conversation.
Oh, like
You got to
But
keep
I'm
in
sure,
mind, I'm up here in
sure it
Detroit,
happens
dude.
there.
So
You know,
it's
like
just,
Yeah.
we're weirdos
I,
up here.
I love the way Boris stated what kind of rig you have to go over there, and I know the one you named.
Yep. It's kind of like Thunderdome, but friendlier.
Yeah.
Well, it depends though, because the thing of it is if you ain't, if you're not socially cool, then it could be like a lot worse than the Thunderdome.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
It'd be really easy to just disappear out there
So
Just-
and
Wow.
never to be
Oh,
found.
yeah.
again.
help your anxiety.
Yeah, remember the Italians created the Desert Storm, and the storm was a wind coming by, and you're 6 feet under.
there you go. Yeah, there's no no electricity, no water. You kind of have to bring in water and a bunch of other stuff. So
Can you imagine the vendors that deliver stuff over there? How much money they're making?
well, I think they they work like a community, and there's like a lot of bartering and stuff going on, and people have kind of duties and stuff where
Yeah, but
somebody
there's
will get
not
water.
there's not no ATM machine. How are they getting their money there? There's no mailman going there.
They're not really doing anything to use money. Everything's kind of like it's kind of like a big commune in a way, if from what I've seen how they operate.
Like
Yeah,
the David Koresh era.
yeah,
Kind
No,
of.
Literally, it's
yeah.
out in the desert. Literally, you go out there and just wherever you decide to set up shop, if you put a fence around it, it's like, all right, this is my property now, and nobody's going to dispute it.
Mhm.
and it kind of goes on like the barter system. You know, like
Yeah.
you give me this, I'll give you that. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give me your wife, I'll give you my girlfriend. Yeah.
exactly.
I wouldn't go that far, man. But
Joking.
staying off the grid is harder than people actually fucking think. You know, if you truly want to be self-sufficient, it's very hard to do independently. So that's why people tend to live communally, and they help one another out, and they relish their tasks in the job.
That's 1000% true because that's how humanity started before money currency was
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not for everybody though. There's videos on YouTube that some people are leaving because they just couldn't handle everything going on there, and other people coming in because they like the lifestyle. They like the freedom of not having to answer to the government and everything else. So
But Dave, I have
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah. Like I could never live that way. Like there's no way I could like survive that way. I'm, you know.
Oh,
But I
straight
have
up.
one
When I
point.
retire, when I retire, I want to go on the road, and the slabs is one of the places I want to go.
it's a good
Well,
place to visit.
yeah, maybe once you're retired, but like like if you're trying to make way in this world right now, like no, that's not the way to go.
One
Yep.
point I'm going to make on this slab city stuff, what Dave just said that people want to get away and just get a little freedom. They're probably going in there well off, right? And by the time they get acclimated to the lifestyle and get worn out and getting taken advantage of, that's when they leave.
Well, you got to keep in mind there's a percentage of people that are out there because they're just dropping out of society, or maybe they have warrants for something that they're running from. So
You're right.
they just can't handle the society's rules, whatever. They don't want to live like that, so they go out there.
I listen,
Jen,
Boris. I offered my wife child support ahead of time before divorce. 4 days ago, I said I'll give you $4,000 a month. Take the kid and leave. She won't leave.
Give me 4,000 a month. I'll put up with her.
No,
fuck,
you
I
got to
don't.
There you go.
What sort of rocket ship were you living on there, fucking buddy? Like you give your spouse 4,000 a month? I don't even
I
make
tried.
that.
She won't take it. She's like, I got access to your bank account. Why do I need $4,000 a month?
Yeah, like that's insane, man.
I call shenanigans, man. I call shenanigans.
Yeah. No way for
Here's-
grand.
Wallet
here's-
leeches are hard to get rid of. I'm telling you.
Here's the dispute we're
Like
having.
how many kids? Like that's
One
insane.
child.
One
One
child?
child, grand.
No,
Bullshit.
no,
What the
no,
fuck do you
no.
like, man? And how much do you
No.
how much did you make in the first place, man? I call fucking shenanigans on you right away, man.
What
You're fucking shit.
our dispute is, she wants to move to Boston and I don't want to leave California. And that's our problem.
That doesn't mean $4,000. That's ridiculous.
That was a
wait,
joke.
listen, it's easy to solve. Just let her move to Boston.
No,
yeah,
no.
but I don't want to be away from my kids, you know?
I'll solve this problem for you. Fucking whacker. Put her in a shit hole, man. Everything.
So,
will be
anyways, how about those basketball games that are going? No, it's
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
season right now.
Yeah, hockey,
Yeah.
basketball, baseball.
Yeah, that orange ball that goes in the basket and comes down.
Yeah.
Wait, I think there's a lacrosse game on right now.
Yeah, sorry, I don't like any sports.
No.
None, any sports. So.
On a side note, did you know that basketball was invented by a Canadian?
Did not know that.
I can believe that.
I can believe that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it truly was, man.
See, I always thought Al Gore started that too.
Al Gore started
Hey,
everything.
wait a minute. Al Gore, didn't he start something to do with the weather?
Yeah.
Or
Weather,
who was the one that claimed he started the internet? It was a couple of people.
That was Al Gore.
That was Al Gore.
That was Al Gore. Okay. All right.
He invented the internet, so there you go.
Apparently he invented basketball right after the internet.
Got it. I love this
Was
guy.
it-
He's a genius. Where is Al Gore today? Can anybody
There he is.
specify?
Yeah.
Where is
I was-
Al Gore today?
Oh, I would imagine he's off making money somewhere. I mean, he's pretty much got the golden parachute now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every time I turn the internet on, it's all about Green. What's his name? Her last name is Green. And then the other girl that owns a bar, that they're all in the government. And then, Trump's kids just don't stop talking. It's like a salad bowl.
Hey Jojo, you watch some weird internet stuff, man. If that's what's on your fucking sidebar and shit, man, and that's what you're watching, Jojo. Kinda
Ask
weird.
that question one more time. Specify.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
Do I watch a sidebar? What's a sidebar?
Well, the things that pop up on your internet.
No, I don't have. I got pop-up blocker. I don't have pop-ups.
I think this is going over your head, man. But
Probably
anyhow,
is.
have you guys gone to see any fucking concerts lately?
I don't do concerts.
I haven't seen anybody lately. I need to go to see somebody though. I'd love to go to a nice festival or something like that.
I'll tell you, Dave, man, I saw Primus at Massey Hall last Friday night, man. Boy, was
Nice.
that fucking fun, man.
There you go. Cool.
That was real fun, man. Primus and Black Mountain. Just like fuck, pure psychedelic, drippy, fucking get high and get fucked up fun, man. Yeah.
It's all about those tomatoes.
It's tomatoes.
That's
Yeah, Boris he grows tomatoes, tomato plants. So how is the gardening going?
It's going all right. I yesterday, and I didn't mean to do it. You know those impulse buys, but yesterday I came home with that, and that works quite well.
Wrong one.
Oh,
Wrong one.
there you go.
There we go.
It works quite well. But
Interesting.
I had some bugs, like I said, but I've got that under control now. So, but other than that, everything's going great. I'm getting ready to set up shop outside, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
Wow.
I got me some lumber, and I might just get out there and build a greenhouse.
Boris, that is impressive because number one, I'm a tomato lover. Number two is what happened a couple of years ago is my nephew threw some seeds of these baby tomatoes, and he started watering them, and I followed him. I started watering them. They're amazing to eat, but man, those roots go all over the ground.
Oh yeah, growing tomatoes—that's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
The more roots, the more better. You got a good, healthy root ball. That means you're going to have a very nice, robust tomato at the end.
Thick roots, like green, furry green,
Yeah, I like to grow them tomato plants so big they got big stalks like trees.
Yeah, you're growing the big ones.
Oh,
These
yeah.
big babies. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably had the little cherry tomatoes, but those are
That's
good
what
too.
it is. Yeah. It's great to just bite on, man. Just amazing.
Yeah. Listen, nothing beats a fresh tomato right off the vine. Nothing.
Absolutely.
Even if you just slice it up and throw it on a plate, sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, and eat it like that, you're golden.
Wow.
And tomatoes are actually very, very healthy for you too.
And your weather, are you seasonal or all year round?
What do you mean, as far as
Does your weather allow you to grow all year round?
No, but I got grow tents in the house.
Okay. You're covered. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we really just talking about tomatoes here?
Well, I had a pretty
were
big
talking
tomato
about
plant last year. The funny thing about it is, though, nobody ate any of the tomatoes that they came off the plant.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have any tomatoes on there, did you? Just
No, I did. I did, actually.
Oh, okay.
Legit. I bought a tomato plant last year, and I planted it in this big pot that I got. And I told my neighbor that likes tomatoes, I said, listen, now I planted this tomato plant. Whenever you want tomatoes, just come and get them. And I even asked, I'm like, do you like green tomatoes? Because I had a bunch of green tomatoes.
Oh, they're the best.
They're like, no, we like them when they're ripe. I'm like, all right, well, just get them whenever. For some reason, the wires got crossed. They never came and got tomatoes, so the tomatoes literally just went to waste on the vine.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah.
God, good griefers. Huh. So
Green tomatoes with lime and salt.
plant something and then fucking not enjoy the bounties of the plant's fruit. Isn't that sort of wasteful?
Oh, it's very wasteful. I mean, the thing is I got a green thumb. I'm very good at growing stuff. I grew a bunch of jalapenos and stuff like that. I gave them those because, I say, here, if you want them, take them, come pick them. They came and picked them all. But,
Nice.
It's just a deal where I got a green thumb. I grow stuff. So.
You grow a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to grow and smoke a little something too, but it's not up to my neighbors to come and pick off my fucking plant, So, I don't think that that's right, and I think that they would feel uncomfortable if they came over to your yard and started picking your tomatoes off the plant,
But
If
Boris
any-
invited these people to
Boris
come and pick
invited
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, you should have picked them a little basket of your bounties and set it on their doorstep as opposed to telling them to walk
Why
in
do
your-
the labor if you're giving it away for free?
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind something that you're not aware of is that during this time when this was going on, I was recovering from major surgery, so it wasn't like, and they knew about that. So, it's no big thing,
Yeah.
This year I probably later on today when I go out shopping, I'm going to pick up a tomato plant, a couple other vegetables start growing some more, and this time I'll make sure it doesn't get wasted.
Well, how the fuck would I know that in the first place, JoJo?
I said, sir, I said that you weren't aware of that, so it's no big thing.
Yeah, he was just clarifying something. He didn't know that. So.
Yeah.
Are you fully healed? How did the surgery go? Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good. It was a major deal, and it's been about a year now. I'm good, so it's all good. This year when I plant some stuff, now I'll be able to do a lot more. So I can assure you, none of it's going to get wasted.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the surgery clearly. Just Charlie to tell you what surgery he had. He had a penile reduction surgery.
Yeah, it was the second of 8 procedures. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when you got a large cock, sometimes you gotta trim it back a bit. It's all about trimming up the
I'm
bush.
sorry, Boris.
yeah, well, listen, man, the rooster makes a lot of noise in the morning. I'm hoping that'll quell that down a little bit. So
Yeah, there you go. Dave, dude, you need to retire off doing live streams for until next Friday.
There you go.
Oh, what was the comedian? You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh,
I don't remember who
man.
that was.
You remember, Boris?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, there was a line.
No, but you know the guy that I miss, man. I miss Sam Kinison. God, I wish he would have
Sam
died.
Kinison.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison. I've seen him at the comedy store in Hollywood, and you know what? In real life, in the parking lot, he's as he is on stage.
I figured as much. He's one of those guys I'd like to walk up to, not in a mean way or nothing, but just walk up to him and be like, "What's up, MFer?" Just
Nice guy.
Yeah, you know
Nice
what I'm saying? He would come back socially, very forward like that too. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be offended by it.
Yeah.
No, nice guy. Super nice guy. I don't remember what he passed away from, but it was a long time ago.
Oh, car crash. Yeah.
He was in a car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some drunk driver hit him head on.
Wow. I remember we were on Sunset Boulevard in the 80s, and we heard this whole fucking commotion, ambulances and this and that, and we were going towards Beverlywood, and Zsa Zsa Gabor put her fucking Rolls Royce into a pole.
Wow, that's Judge Bora. Like, she was a moron in the first place. It's not like she was an intelligent woman. So, like,
I
get her
don't know her.
of a car, geez, that seems like a fucking double trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was the heavy paparazzi era. And you would be surprised how many snapshot cameras were there and video cameras. And when I talk video cameras, VHS, those big ones that you put on your shoulder, it was funny as fuck.
Everybody looked like a TV newsman.
Right. And she slapped a cop. We were not there for the cop slapping, but I guess it happened after we passed.
Yeah, I remember the cop slap. I wasn't there, but I remember it was all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, celebrities.
You saying she Will Smith the cop?
Oh my God! Don't start with the Will Smith thing. Holy dude, that, and not once. And then the second one that happened with the other comedian, I forgot his name. Famous big guy.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. What's wrong with these people, man?
Yeah. Like,
everybody's just gone crazy.
Something in the water.
What is the benefit of the reaction? What is the benefit?
I think they just want the attention.
well, yeah, I think they're going to get, a few seconds of, people talking about them. So, why not? That's
So
the way
you
most
want to
people
be an
think.
immediate has-been? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, but they
Pretty
just
much, yes. That's exactly what it is.
Well,
You want
but
your 15 minutes to be up in like 15 seconds? Yes, do that.
yeah.
but that's the thing, Beans. Should we have to express ourselves through violence to get recognition?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. Mm.
No.
You,
You
you
can.
know,
No.
You have a brain. You have a mouth. You can speak what you
Mhm.
think, what you want, what you can do anything you want with that head of you and your mouth.
It's just the
well,
easy way to get attention.
Now,
Well,
who has
yeah, that's the whole thing. Like people want to be recognized for like anything for like as many seconds as it takes to get recognized
Yeah.
for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they'll do.
right, Beans.
No,
You're absolutely right.
if you're a fucking actor and if you're in Hollywood in the first place, you're somewhat famous, I would think. So why are you taking the easy point out of life in the first place?
Hey,
Why do
look,
you?
Ron Jeremy was famous. Where is he at now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
Ryan Jeremy was on top of the world for like what, like 40 years,
Yeah.
and look at him now. Like he's fucking rotting away in a prison because like like
And matters of like 25 years ago, not immediate.
Mhm.
I would say Ron Jeremy's more like 35 years, but whatever.
well, yeah,
How the
yeah.
fuck do
Well,
we start
yeah,
talking
whatever it is, But like, yeah.
Man, I got to tell you guys that you can sure do some clam bacon with this thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Clam bacon.
Uh,
Do you guys remember the show In Living Colors?
I love that show.
oh yeah.
Miss Swan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, In Living Colors was a great show.
Yep. Launched a lot of careers for a lot of people. Jim Carrey being one of them.
Yep. Famous.
You're right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, he started there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, completely. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where all the Damons and Jamie Foxx came from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They kind of paved the way for
Yeah,
Chappelle
the whole
as far as that really
the
really
Wayans
racist
brothers,
stuff, too.
like Jamie Foxx, like what was
Basically,
his
they
name?
opened the
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy Jameson, something like that.
Yeah.
I
Launched a
think-
career.
yeah,
all-
You guys remember the clown? Homie,
Homie
don't
the
play
Clown.
with
Yeah.
clowns.
It used to crack me up too, that character Jim Carrey played of that female bodybuilder on steroids.
Oh yeah.
that. Oh, yeah, with the blonde hair.
Yeah, and the pigtails.
Yeah. There was two shows. If you guys can help me with the second show at the same era, there was In Living Color and something else that played the similar sketches. What was the second one?
Mad TV.
Mad TV.
Yeah, Miss
Mad
Swan was
TV.
Mad TV. She
Yeah.
looked like a
Mad
man.
TV. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Those two were
And
beautiful.
Mad had like fucking Will Sasso in his early years, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
So yeah.
Really, Mad TV was fucking way better than Saturday
No.
Night Live.
Fucking
And, like,
Artie Lang, like
Yeah, Artie was hilarious.
What happened to Artie Lang after his departure from New York? He had some facial problems from drugs and sudden. Where is he at now?
You
Well-
leave already fucking
Well,
bullshit, man.
hopefully he's clean now and like he's doing good. Like last I
Yeah.
heard, he's doing good. In
I
rehab.
was doing this fucking fine, man. You leave Artie fucking Lang out of this fucking situation.
Artie Lang got a little out of hand for about at least 2 years when I was in New York because I'd see him on the strip and the guy was just like he's looking at you but he doesn't see you. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you mean he doesn't see you like I don't? I'm just sitting here talking to an avatar.
No, he's saying back when Artie was like having his big problems, like like he was,
Going on vengeance and stuff.
Artie
but
Lang is
like
a character, man. Great guy, great personality.
no, he was a great comedian, and he's doing good now. Like he's clean, and he's like like
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Artie. Artie's
he's
hilarious.
like pulling himself back up. Like he's doing good now.
I just don't get why people talk shit about him, man.
Oh no, he's just saying that he hit a rough spot and he got into a lot of things and stuff like Chris Farley did. I mean, Chris Farley was amazing, but then he had issues with just various substances and stuff, and ended up killing him, unfortunately, at a very young age.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody,
Yeah,
stuff they deal with.
And Artie could have gone that same way, but like he pulled himself up, and he's like doing good now.
Yeah, I'm glad he's alive, man. He was hilarious on the Stern show too. I listened to Stern religiously, and Artie was.
Like the Stern show was never the same after Artie was gone.
Yeah, well, you remembered it was hilarious when they would bring the Sheik on there, the Iron Sheik, and then Artie would act like the Iron Sheik and start messing with him. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think Charlie's getting mad at us because we're saying somebody had a problem.
No, don't get upset, Charlie. We love Artie Lang. I don't think anybody here dislikes him.
No, and we're not.
I think the man is the man. Here's there's
but I think that's Charlie's MO. Like he's gonna get pissed off no matter what we say about anybody.
Yeah, so, but he can handle it on his own. He's under the influence on a heavy level, and we're not.
Well, all I know is all I know, and that's all I know.
And all we are is all we are.
And that's all we're ever going to be.
And then the net screen door just shut, so it must be hot over there.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Chick Eastwater says,
what's the basis of
9091s are on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's the basis of this gentleman? I've never met Charlie. I don't know him.
He's from the vinyl community.
Violent community?
Vinyl record community.
Oh, I thought violent.
So
no, Charlie can get very caustic.
Yeah.
Okay. Not
so
me.
Look out. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to feud with him.
Nope. I could give a fuck.
Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter what you say to him when he's in that state. He will fight you. So,
all right.
Okay, let's go.
Everything you say is wrong.
I'm ready.
Everything you say is wrong.
I'm ready. Hey, Charlie. Nice to have you back. I hate vinyl records. You know that? Hate them.
I know, right? Yeah, they release a lot of Grateful Dead stuff.
No. I hate records completely. I burn them for plastic reason, recyclable. I make a block out of them.
So you don't even recycle your wax? Why would you do such a thing? That seems very fucking erotic, man.
That's what I do.
Well, that was Hop's attempt at a Dynaflex experiment that went wrong.
It went bad. This was a Dynaflex. It was a David Bowie record that I bought in a lot of other ones. This one was scratched really bad. It was unplayable, and it was Dynaflex. And I wanted to see how far the Dynaflex would flex.
And it flexed.
It flexed, and then it got overflexed and just broke into about 15 pieces. I'm still missing a big chunk right here I haven't found yet. But they're super, super thin. They're
They are. You can almost bend them in half, those Dynaflex, man.
I tried.
Yeah. You can almost bend them in half until they snap. Dave found that out, yes.
I didn't find that out the hard way. I had it where it was about like this. It was about like that, and then it just goes pop, and then it just all came apart.
I'm curious about what the weight is of a Dynaflex would be. Is it 30 grams?
It's pretty light. I'm not sure what it is. I think I heard like 50, maybe 40. They're pretty thin.
Yeah, it's really low.
I
I
It's
actually make
definitely
Legos.
well under 100 grams. Yes.
I make
most
Lego
definitely,
houses out of vinyl.
fucking 180 or whatnot, but a Dynaflex, it's like a dime bag, man. Maybe that's this whole stick. It's only 10 grams, man. It's just a dime bag. Ever thought of that?
Maybe so. Never thought about that.
I'm down for a dime bag.
Yeah, exactly. Who isn't down for a dime bag right about now, man? You guys smoke a lot of pot in your life?
No.
As much as I can.
No.
Okay. So,
I've never sold a lot of pot. I bought a lot, man.
Oh, I thought he said smoke.
Yeah. I went nuts from 1988 to 2002. Like I went nuts with just buying weed constantly.
but, are you still a daily smoker nowadays, Beans?
No, it's been about
Oh.
12 years.
2 years.
No, 12 years.
12. 10 plus 2 equal 12.
Yeah, it's been 12 years.
Oh. What steered you off the demon lettuce?
I got tired of being arrested.
Oh,
You got
shit.
arrested for the pot?
For weed?
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. I've been in jail 7 or 8 times for
Oh,
shit.
fuck,
So,
man.
yeah.
I forgot you don't live in California. I'm sorry. I
He's one of those guys that has bad luck.
I'm in Pennsylvania, so
yeah. Okay, all right. That's a different thing.
Yeah, I heard
He's one
Pennsylvania
of
and
those
some other
guys that
states.
has bad luck, and just anytime he does something wrong, he gets caught.
Yeah. You know what, Boris, I used to watch Cops back in the day. Oh my God, if they found a pinch of weed in the car, everybody was going down that was in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? I know Cheech and Chong's movies, these guys were growing shit in the backyard. How the fuck you go down for a pinch of weed?
Because what is it? It's the Schedule 1 substance.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's funny. I live in Canada, man. Fuck, I get high at work. I'm high all the time. You know what I mean? There's very few hours in my life that I'm not fucking high.
That's a lot of drug use, my friend.
You're not my fucking counselor. Is this some sort of intervention?
Listen, bro.
Oh, I'm dying here.
This is the only type of intervention I'm trying to get with you on, so don't get it twisted, okay?
Well, I'll show you twisted.
Is that part of your
That
tomato
was
crop there?
beautiful.
Yeah, well, I got more.
That was beautiful.
Here,
Yeah.
That's
we got
Yeah.
those two, and
That's amazing.
then
Hey,
we got
by the
another
way,
one right here.
Just officially for the content by law, that's all oregano. Okay.
The oregano. Yeah, he makes his
Mhm.
own Italian.
those are
Yeah,
some
yeah.
real
Oh,
tomatoes.
We're making pasta tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
I
tomato.
use that when I make my lasagna.
Yeah.
There you go. Bada bing.
Amazing.
Okay, so on a pleasanter note, what else do you guys like to do for fun?
Who are you asking so that person can answer?
I like to key expensive cars in parking lots, just random expensive cars.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's an
You know,
awesome
like
one.
if I see somebody's got a really nice vet, I try to walk by it so I can key it up as I go by.
Boom.
You're not a car key, or are you carrying?
Oh,
Dean.
I'll key the shit out of that if I see it, because it's gonna leave a deep gouge in the fiberglass.
Yeah, there you go.
Why would you do that?
It's fun.
Why
It's
would,
a thrill, dude.
why would you?
Dean, what's your chiller victimization?
It's somebody else's possession.
Yeah, but the thing of it is you know when you do it, you know when they come out and see it, they're gonna be livid, dude. That's the thrill of it. You just know. I mean, you just ruin somebody's day.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
it
might as
was
well
effortless.
actually.
The bank owns most of those cars.
You know what I mean? Why would you do that? Just sleep with my wife. That's less painful.
No. I'll key the car.
I'm
You
sorry,
keep your
sir.
wife.
I'm not interested in sleeping with married women.
No.
You'll fucking keep somebody. You'll keep a stranger's car. Like, I don't understand your fucking logic, man.
Wow.
He's got I mean, Boris has got a point, you know. Don't park your car where I shop. That's what he's saying.
Boris does not have a point, man. Defacing somebody else's property without reason is illogical, and it's wrong.
I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. I agree with Boris. I like that.
Mm-hmm. He's just messing with JoJo because JoJo has a couple nice cars. One being a Porsche. So that was directed because Charlie isn't aware of your guys' interaction. JoJo has quite a few nice, really nice high end cars, and was basically for his thing. They're just going back and forth about keen cars. They're not going to damage anybody else's property. So
now, Charlie, Boris has been trying to kill me for a year now.
Somebody fucking keying somebody else's car. Why would you?
Yeah, they just go back and forth because he knows how much JoJo likes his cars. JoJo loves his cars, and he's like, yeah, I go out there and key. What's that you got again? Yeah, it'd be like, saying, hey, those pot plants out there. Yeah, I like to go up there and go on people's property and root up all their pot plants. And I just
piss on them.
Piss on them, or sprinkle a little bit of paraquat or something.
Oh, by all means, piss on them. That's
weeds.
Fertilizer.
It's just he's just messing with them. They're just
helping the cause. Like,
yeah,
there you go.
Seriously, I've read it on the internet. Well, they say you see it on the internet, it's got to be true. But seriously, I've researched it. If you mix human urine 1-to-10 ratio with water, that's like the perfect nutrient solution for marijuana plants.
Wow, I didn't know that. I have no idea.
Myself personally, I'm not going to do that because it's just too skeevy to me. I'd rather go to a garden center and buy bat shit. So,
which is some guy in the back room peeing in jugs.
Boris,
right?
What I meant to tell you this last time we were talking. There's these stores that are popping up. They're not marijuana stores. They're actually like a marijuana supply, like the feed, the pots, the pans, the
hydro stores.
Unbelievable how much traffic they have. And the traffic they have is individuals like you and me, homeowners, not like growers or anything like that, just in and out.
That's because everybody's getting jiggy.
You guys are in California, right? I don't mean to interrupt, but you guys are in California, correct?
I am, and JoJo is.
I am.
No, not me.
And Beans is in
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm in Detroit.
Dirty Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, also known as the Murder Mitten.
Yes, the Murder Mitten. The Murder Mitten.
I actually love Detroit. Detroit is a beautiful town for me.
You ever heard of the Windsor Hum?
Yeah, listen, JoJo, don't try to kiss ass now. It's already way too
No.
late.
We're
way past that. Yeah.
I don't kiss nobody's ass, nobody's balls, nobody's dick or pussy.
Yeah. But come to Detroit.
I've been to Detroit where I walked. I climbed ladders into the old dilapidated factories that are abandoned. There's still machinery in there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want you to bring one of them cars to Detroit.
Oh, no.
I want to reenact Gone with 60 Seconds in one of your cars.
No, I'd probably come with the car and leave without the car.
I know you got an Eleanor. Bring her.
Gonna spend some time in a barn with some rattle cans.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? Now, this is like way back in the day, but over by a relative's house, there was this little shop, and I mean, it was little. You could probably, and it was a building, a shop. You could probably get like 2 cars in there tops. Okay, and we used to see a lot of traffic for a long time. Evidently, the cops got wise to these guys and actually infiltrated the place and put a camera. They actually installed a camera in there. And what this little ass shop was doing, they were stealing cars and just changing the VIN numbers on the dashboard and calling it good. And they were rolling hundreds of cars through this place a month.
Yeah.
They finally got caught.
That was famous in the 80s and 90s.
That's back when it was happening.
Yeah. Today, with the digital era and the tracking systems that are built inside the car, it's getting a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, in these days and ages, breaking any kind of laws or anything like that is absolutely fucking stupid because you're not going to get away with anything anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, hey, it's not necessarily the case that you're not going to get away with it. It's the case that it's immorally wrong.
Well, I agree. But the thing of it is we're, I feel we're on the cusp of digital license plates and stuff like that. You're not going to get away with anything anymore.
We're not talking the morality of it right now. We're talking about getting away with it with today's technology.
Correct.
But here's the thing, Beans. If I could get away with murder, would I still fucking do it?
No.
It all depends on the individual. But
No, it depends. Yeah. If it's a white van with a pop top with blue stripes, I think Boris would probably join me just to do a drive-by with tomato. Yeah, with tomato drive-by.
Well, and if it was warranted, but stealing cars is just a fucking that's a task. Man.
Charlie, remember, I'm gonna rephrase. I'm in the car business, okay? This was an era, just like any other era. There's an era for stealing boats. You can't track them, okay? The Loran or Trojan doesn't work unless you turn it on. There's an era from the 60s all the way up to the late 90s, there was an era of stealing cars. Now, when they're stealing cars, it doesn't mean the guy that stole the car changed the VIN number, he's joyriding it next city over. No, these are getting shipped over to countries that allow anything to come in. All right? So those cars are legitimately being shipped. They're paying people at the ports. They're paying people at the customs. They're paying the tow truck driver that's delivering the car. Everybody's getting paid. That car you stole for free, by the time it arrives to Kuwait, it almost costs you $6,000 to pay off everybody. Now you got to get 10 grand to make $4,000. So that's the era. I know this inside out.
He's exactly right. That's where they all went to, was Kuwait.
All of them?
Most all of them. Because
they get distributed from there.
They'll let anybody in. Those people over there are happy with it because they're buying American cars at a very, very good price. And everybody's happy except for the guy that got their car stolen.
Well, and then why? And then could you move the car once it was in Kuwait?
Yeah, they drive it every day.
Anywhere in the Gulf.
Yeah, they register it as their car and they drive it every day, and nobody else says a word.
I move it. I mean it in the sense of, could you resell it again once it was in?
It's already sold by the time it gets there.
It's already gone by the time it gets there. It's already gone.
Yeah, and then if they buy it and they want to drive it for 2 or 3 years and decide they want to sell it and get another car, they just sell it to someone else in Kuwait and get another car.
Fuck. Well, you know, different strokes.
And morality plays no part in this whole thing.
Dean, you're absolutely 1,000% correct. Yes.
And you're the sober one, for fuck's sakes, eh? Like, here I am, drunk as a skunk, talking about fucking morality. You know, like,
No,
Morality.
I'm not saying I do it, but like, you know, I know how things work. Like, yeah, that's how it happens. You know?
I'm gonna chase Dean's morality thing. Morality is nothing but the conviction of a human's mind of greed. Okay. Now you can take the best perfect politician in the world in the United States, for example, and tell him, hey, there's $20 million behind this signature
Well,
if you sign this.
Jojo, you talking about like politicians? Like you're
Yeah.
not setting the bar too high here, you know?
Yeah. Sign here, $20 million in a bag. Okay, let's go.
well, and that's the thing, Jojo. Have you ever buried a body?
Oh yeah, many. My
Like,
mother, my father, my aunt,
no,
my
no,
two
no. I
uncles.
asked you, have you murdered somebody? Have you
No,
done
dude.
yourself full?
No. Oh, you asked me a question that is like humanity question. No, murdered, but no, fuck no, dude.
That's fucking where morality
I
really.
won't even step on an ant. If I see an ant trail in front of me, I'll just go over it. I won't even step on them
Mm-hmm.
because that's life. That's life. God gave that life to them. They deserve to live it.
Sadly, I've dug a few shallow holes in my time.
I don't even want to hear it. Now this is the
there is
time
no
I take a
statute
piss
of
break.
limitations on where we're going with this.
Yeah, this is the time I take a piss break. I don't want to be part of that conversation.
Well, you know, sometimes fucking people believe they fucking deserve to be hit, though. You know?
Yeah, sometimes they do. Like, my 4-year-old daughter was beaten to death by her stepdad. He
No, no,
deserved to fucking yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, child abusers deserve to be fucking put down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I never fucking killed nobody that didn't deserve it. Let me put it to you that way.
Damn.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. And
You know?
like the thing, he was on death row for like 14 years, and like now he just got commuted to life. You know, without
So that
parole.
makes it
Like,
better. You fucking jackass has got to walk the streets. Where does he live, Beans?
no, he's not going to walk the streets. Like he's going to be in prison forever.
He's
Which
in
I
prison
think,
forever.
I think in some ways maybe better because, like, you know, if they actually like killed him, like he'd be out of this, you know. But like now he's gonna have to like sit there until he's like 80, 86, or whatever he fucking dies, you know. Like, you know, yeah,
That's a lot of rotten, man. That's a lot of rotten. A lot of
yeah,
time think
a lot of
people
rotten,
in jails.
yeah.
You gotta
Which
think
which
about
which I
that.
which I think is a lot better than like, you know, them like, you know, electrocuting him when he's like 60 years old, you know. Let him sit there for another 25 years, you know.
You see, the only aspect I have in this is why does the taxpayer have to pay for somebody else's fucking life? In that aspect, man, I think we should just fucking whack them right away and
Well,
not have
yeah,
to pay.
yeah. I think in a perfect world back in like 2013, yeah, they should like, you know, said you're guilty, you did this, like take him out back and hang him, you know. Then it's
Okay,
done.
I got a question, Dean.
But they're you know, I mean, they're gonna keep him there forever, you know.
Beans, I got a question. Help me out with
Okay,
this one.
All
I
right.
want your response to this. Okay. So if Charlie is saying that he did what he did, for example, and if he does it and he gets caught and he ends up in the slammer, and why the taxpayer is not going to pay for that, they shouldn't pay for that. That means he's not going to get food, he's not going to get light, he's not going to get heat, he's not going to get anything. Are you willing to go for that charge?
Am I willing to? Well, yeah. Like he beat my 4-year-old daughter to death. So yeah, like I'd go for anything that like will fucking like you know.
I would have fucking whacked him right away. It's fucking right, man. The
Well,
child
I
abuse.
couldn't. Like, how could I do that? Like, I couldn't do that. You know.
Yeah, quite fucking simply, I would have done that with a fucking smile on my face.
I can
No,
tell you what I've
you know,
done.
I couldn't do that. You know, I had like a 8-year-old son at the time. You know, like I couldn't do that. You know.
What I can tell you, I can confess to what I've done, and I've in 55 years, I've saved 7 lives, and I'm proud of it. 7 lives. One from an accident, one from overdose, one from choking on a piece of meat. And you know what? Those are the moments I live for.
Well, JoJo, in 48
Well,
years,
you know what? That means you're a hero. You know.
No, I just feel like rejuvenated for the fact that that one individual that I touched at that moment is breathing, living, and
Mhm.
smiling today. That gives me more than anything in the world.
I saved one from an overdose.
But like
There
you
you
know,
go.
also like you know, if you don't accept that like handle, like you're still like you're a hero. You saved people. You know.
I appreciate that, but it's still it's something that I would expect. I would wish, not expect, that someone would do that if I was in
Mhm.
that situation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's kind of irrelevant, but like you know, like it happened and like you know, but
Today, as we're speaking right now, this second, people get hit by a car or something, and all of a sudden there's cameras and witnesses and taking pictures and shit. Nobody's helping.
mhm.
Exactly.
What is wrong with the society, man?
Valid
Yeah.
point. People are quicker
Mhm.
to pull out their phones as opposed to run and help the fucking person that's in the problem in the first place. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah. People will hit record faster than they will hit 911. You know.
You're right. You're
it's
right.
terrible,
You're right.
man. Terrible, man. I tell you, man, I fucking hate this world sometimes.
98, 1998. It was Christmas Eve, and an accident happened. It was a rear-end accident, and it was on Ventura Boulevard and Vineland Avenue. And the it was just an accident. We happened to be crossing the street, and you would think it's a normal accident. They're going to exchange information, and it's all over. As we crossed the street, we got on the end of the street. The front car caught on fire in the back from the gas tank, and I'm I turn around, and my friend Andy was with me. I'm like, dude, the car's on fire, and that woman is not moving, and the woman was not moving in the driver's seat. He's like, "What do we do? What do we do?" He got into a panic. I didn't get into a panic. There was a tattoo shop across where we were standing, and there was one of those break the glass with the fire thing.
Mhm.
So I broke the glass. I took the fire extinguisher, but I did not know how to ignite the fire extinguisher in order to turn the fire off. I
Mhm.
used it to
Simple.
break the window and unlock the door and drag the woman across the street. And the car caught on fire. It just burnt to hell.
Well, using a
Well,
fire extinguisher
well,
is quite
I,
simple. You just pull the
I
pin.
mean, Jojo, that just shows, like,
Man.
you're a hero. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, like, like what you.
It's humanity. That's what it
Well,
is. Humanity.
But like, oh, so are you like? What do you do for a living? Are you like an EMT or like part of like
No,
the?
no. I'm a car
Oh,
guy.
oh. So you just like were being a good humanitarian.
Look, if you saw a woman, an old woman, fell down the street and the light turned green, are you gonna put your car in park and get up and pick her up and move her to the sidewalk?
I'd go through her pockets first.
You prick! You're an asshole.
Yeah, Boris.
You're a prick. I
No,
know you're not.
I thought Jojo, that whole story was like that you worked for like EMT or
No,
something.
no.
I said first.
Yeah.
I would still help her.
Yeah, after you're done. That's a good one, Boris.
Priorities, man, and timelines. You help someone, and then help yourself. That's kind of how
Boris is gonna steal the old lady's medical card.
Right. I'm an opportunist. What can I tell you?
Yeah, and then maybe I'll drag her to safety. But no,
She's got nothing on her. Leave her on the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
sorry, lady, you didn't have enough.
no, we picked her clean. Like, just let her be.
Just let her be.
He's gonna probably steal her rolling away cart.
So
you guys-
No, Jojo, like that shows you are a humanitarian. Maybe not a hero, but a humanitarian.
But we all live one time. We're not coming back to this earth. Nobody's got a return ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
And-
nobody gets off this ride alive.
Nope.
how tall do I have to ride this ride? Like, is there like some sort of a height restriction or something?
I have
No,
no
there's
idea.
no height restriction. At some point, you'll take a ride in a van and then maybe a Cadillac station wagon.
Well, first and foremost, I'd have to hop into said van, and I ain't getting in the fucking old stranger's car, man.
Oh,
I
you
don't
don't have
care.
to worry. They'll put you in there.
I don't care how much candy you have. I'm not getting in your white van. You know what I mean? I think I'm just slightly smarter than that, man.
I
You just
feel
put
you.
elbow out of business, dude.
Yeah. You like shawarma?
I like swarm.
Oh, excellent.
You know what though? Like like my 4-year-old daughter that died. Like the fact like that now she would be like 2.5 weeks ago she would have turned 22.
God
Like
bless her soul.
I can't believe it's been that long. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe she'd be 22 now.
Yeah,
That's
man.
It's like she could be graduating from college now. She could be like
Yeah,
I mean all those things like that he took away from me by killing her. Like he took away like future grandchildren. He took away like future son-in-law. Like
yeah.
he
What
took,
happened to the guy?
he took a whole family away from me.
What happened to the guy?
He was on death row for like 15 years, and they just commuted to like life without parole. So
Well, he's done.
yeah, he's done.
He's done.
Which people are like, oh, like, are you upset that like they're not going to kill him now? I'm like, no, because he's going to rot in prison. He's never getting out.
That's a better torture than death.
Yeah, that is much better than like killing him.
I have a little side question for you there, Peter. Have you ever had any contact with the assailant? Like, have you ever written them or told them how much you fucking hate them?
No, never.
No, all you're doing is adding to his ego. You don't want to do that. Let him
You're
rot.
at his ego and add into your own pain.
But like right after he was arrested for that, like I was picked up for something, and I was put in the same jail cell, or not same cell, but the same cell block. And people
Yeah.
are like, oh, you're that girl's dad. Oh, don't worry, we're taking care of him. And like within like 2 days, like they beat the fucking shit out of him like every day.
I
And I was
love
like,
that.
yes, like
Right
that's
on. That must make you feel good too, didn't it?
oh yeah, it made me feel great, of course, you know. And like
So
I'm not a violent person, but like I mean, you do something like that, like yeah, yeah, you take my 4-year-old daughter away from me. Yeah, like I don't care what the fuck happens to you, you know.
Where Beans? Where's the mom now? What's her situation?
She got like years of probation and all kinds of like community service, and she moved away. I haven't seen her in like 15 years, so I don't know. But
The only child you had with her?
yeah. Hmm.
See, this is sad for me, man. It's like, I can't even absorb it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a thing, like like people always like ask me, it's like how do you get through that? Like, how do you like, and I'm like, well, like, I already had like an 8-year-old son from a different person. So like I had to like be here for him. And people are like, how could you not just like fucking kill him? It's like, well, how am I gonna fucking kill him? Like you don't do that, People
Let
think,
the
oh
law
yeah,
take
if
its
somebody killed
course.
my kid, I would fucking kill him. It's like, no, you wouldn't, because like that would mean like your life is over too.
John Gotti did it,
Well, of course, like
and that was an accident. That was not intentional either.
well, what do you say we
But
serve a
yeah.
little justice?
But yeah, like now, like like
Let's
I have
serve
my, I have my like 27-year-old son that lives in Florida, and like his, like my, I have a 9-year-old granddaughter and a 6-year-old granddaughter and a 16-year-old son. It's like
you got to live through their eyes.
but yeah, you just got to keep going for them. Like you can't just like fucking yeah, I'm gonna throw it away for them. I'm gonna like kill this guy. Like no.
Look, Bean, we were not anticipating having a child. We were at the stage that we were enjoying life, and things happened, and she got pregnant, and he's almost 4 years old, and every day is like I wake up. It's like a moment of education for me as an
Mhm.
adult. It's like, what is this guy gonna teach me today? Every day I
Yeah,
learn something new
it
from
is.
him.
And like I love like I have a 27-year-old son and a 16-year-old son, but like I had a daughter. Like every guy wants to have a daughter,
Of course, of course.
and like to have that and have that like taken away from you like that, like so young, like that just like I mean, it's
I
it's
would.
it's, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Yeah, that's
I
all I
would have
can say.
taken it. That's how I would have dealt with the situation. Beans. I wouldn't let him rot. I would have fucking whacked him.
But you can't do that. You have other kids involved. Like you can't do that. No.
Can't do that, man. Of course you can. I fucking bear it if you do it, man. Yes, you can. You can do it quite easily.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
You have other people that are dependent on you. You can't. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As much
Yeah.
as you want
If
to.
if I'm in jail for the fact that I took revenge on somebody on a personal level, and I deprived my family from income living or housing or something like that, that's worse. That person is
Exactly.
gone already.
That's you like just going on pure emotion and like just destroying the kids that you have left, like just destroying their future, your future, everybody,
That's
like just you're not helping anybody with that, No.
No, no.
Gratitude. That's only if you get caught.
Well,
only if you
that's a
get
big
caught.
gamble to take. And
Ah,
plus,
there- there's no
I'm
fucking
not the judge, jury, and what do you call it? What did they call that? Judge, jury, and
Executioner.
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 I'm not that
Executioner.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Let the law take its course and leave it alone. And listen, here's one thing that I will say in general. You know, that guy is paying the ultimate price right now as
Oh,
we're speaking.
absolutely,
And
absolutely, yes.
you're sitting on your couch,
Because
I'm sitting on my couch, we're all
he
sitting here.
sits there, he sits there every day and thinks about what he did, you know.
Mhm.
And if he doesn't, like, then he's a piece of shit, and, like, you know, like, I don't know what to say about it, but, you know, if he's any kind of person, like, he thinks about it every day, you know, because I do, you know, God knows I do.
Yeah.
So
But
I
that's the thing. Do you really believe that God is an entity? God is a person? Like, are the people on this panel, are you God fearing people? I am not.
well, I'll give you my experience. Put
Gnostic.
God away. Put God away. There's an entity out
mhm.
there that holds credit on you better than the bureau does. Okay, and your
Yes.
credit is based on what you do in life and how you get paid back when you're gone out of life.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like, there's something beyond this. Like, there's got to be something beyond this. You don't just, like, stop being. I mean, I think, like, you know, people are like, "What do you think is after you die? Do you go to heaven?" I'm like, I think you go back out in the universe and you're like stardust, like you were before you came here, and like that. I think that's what helps expand the universe. Like, you know, like just stardust, like just, you know.
We are
Okay,
stardust.
I'm gonna tell you
I
We
guys.
are
think so. I
golden.
think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna
so
tell you
so.
guys what I would do.
I don't think you have consciousness like after you're gone. Like, I don't think you know what's going on, but I think you help expand the universe. You know.
So
What I
you're talking
do.
about essentially reincarnation, then, right, Beans?
Well, we don't know that. Nobody knows that.
No.
You don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about
You were talking about
reincarnation,
here,
but
hear me out. Hear me out. So Beans is talking about stardust and powers that put back into it. So that is essentially reincarnation, is it not?
well,
He's not
With
talking
it,
about
physical
coming
in
back.
form.
in a way that I don't think you come back as like this or that or that, but I think your energy keeps going out in the universe and like expands it. You know.
Well, of course, fucking the universe is full of energy. Like energy is all around us, man. If you don't fucking feel energy, and if you don't fucking
Yeah,
uh,
but I don't think you necessarily come back as like this or that or that. I think your energy, just like your consciousness, is gone. You're done, but your energy like goes and it helps expand the universe and like makes it bigger and wider and, like, you know.
Wait a minute, Beans. You just brought up a beautiful topic. That means every time I open my backyard door and there's all these birds hanging around, they're my ex enemies. They came back.
No, no, no.
You
I
know,
don't think.
well,
No, I don't. I don't think
well,
you
first
come
and
back as
foremost,
anything.
the birds
well,
are
I
never.
think your energy goes out and expands the universe. That's what I think
the
happens.
the human's purpose on Earth is to do good and expect the better to come to you after you're gone. And if you have no bad conscience, at least you go out in a fucking flaming light and say,
Hmm.
God, I'm here. Whoever
Yep.
God is, you know, whoever he is.
Yeah.
And you have no
I
guilt on your
yes.
shoulders.
I think we just like go out, like expand the universe, and that's it. Like, as far as like consciousness goes, like that's it. Like, once you die, like that's done. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
but
before you were born, there was nothing for you.
Beans, I got bad news
But
for
like
you.
after you're gone, like, yeah.
Beans, I got bad news for you. Look at
What?
Bezos and the other guy from the fucking Tesla car. They're going into the universe for 3 minutes. They want to come back to Earth.
Well, I mean, yeah. I
But,
mean, your trip into the universe is whatever you made of it while you were here. Like, you might have a bad time, you might have a good time, but like,
I
I
sure
mean,
should have. That's
I mean,
fucking.
consciously, like you're not gonna know. Like, it's just gonna like that's your
I
energy.
donate a
Like,
lot of time to charity
Oh,
every
I
year. 4 or
Beans?
5 times a year, I donate time to charity, from getting food from restaurants to the homeless and to the shelters and to the single moms and this and that. The look I get from their face every time that we're standing there, that they're receiving whatever we delivered, is irreplaceable financially, mentally, or
oh
any which way.
yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like once you're gone, like like I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah,
No, you're
It's
right.
a very
But I'm just saying
I
that the return, the
like
payback for
yeah,
humanity while you're alive.
yeah.
fuck humanity, JoJo. Look, man.
But yeah, I don't believe this whole thing where there's like a fiery hell you go to, or like this complete like nirvana, which is heaven. It's like no.
Uh,
I think
look,
your consciousness stops and your energy goes out in the universe and helps
Beans.
expand it.
Okay, beans. Here's the deal. And maybe
Sorry, I'm sorry. That's how
if
I
you help
feel.
me make this deal, I'll pay you. All right. They say, hypothetically, some people sell their soul to the devil, right? I'm
Hmm.
looking for this devil. I want to know how much he'll pay for mine. I have never met him yet.
well, it ain't much.
No,
It
no,
ain't worth
no.
much.
He doesn't exist. No,
Yeah. I've been looking for him, man. I might get a payday.
no, no. He doesn't exist.
Hang on.
He never has. You know.
So, are you guys implying that God exists, but the devil doesn't exist?
We don't know either way.
I've
Yeah,
seen both.
that's the whole thing. This is all speculation. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Everybody's like opinion on it, like is just as valid as the next person because like we don't know.
We're
Well,
just going by the
I've seen,
lecture and and the writings of
Mhm.
humankind, that's made up by individual mentalities, including every book, Bible, Quran, Torah. It's written by an individual's mentality, and we don't know which one is right, which one's wrong. We don't.
But like
I,
I don't believe there's a hell, like a place where you go and burn if you like done bad. Like
well, there's a hell.
I don't think there's a hell. I think hell is right here. What we're going through now, that's hell. But that's hell. There may be a
I
better
think
place to
there's
go after
hell.
that,
It's called
but
Mexico.
I don't think there's a place like when you die, like where like you just like suffer like forever,
There's no.
because like I think when you die, like your consciousness is gone and like you just like
So you
just go
don't
out
believe
into the
in
ethos.
or any of that in between realms or anything like that?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no.
What's in between?
I think once you cease to be on this plane, like your consciousness, that's it. That's the last thing you know. It's all darkness after that, and all your energy like goes out. But like, yeah, as far as like afterlife and like yeah, yeah, I don't believe in all that.
I used
Darkness.
to.
Which is not to like not to say I don't believe in God or like anything like that, but like
Yeah, you
I just
kind of
think
just
like
did.
I think this is the one life we have, like, and once it's over, like that's it.
Yep.
We're thrown back out in the stars to like, roll around and like make something new.
See, and that's where you try and throw it back into reincarnation, then. So you're saying that your energy is recycled, more or
Well,
less.
he's not
No,
saying that.
no, I think your energy like just goes out in the cosmos and like turns into stardust again and like just keeps going and like maybe like 20 billion years from now like you like coalesce with other like stardust and become a planet, but like it's nothing that you're aware of,
Yeah, but does somebody else get this stardust energy from you when they are born? Like if you die and then you still have this energy within you, and
Yeah,
then
they
you're
got a swap meet up there.
no
a
no
new on
no
this earth,
nobody gets it, like it just keeps going on and like it's
so it's just oblivious.
well not oblivious, but like it's just you just become part of the cosmos and that's where you are, that's where you came from, that's where you are.
But
It's not, you don't get recycled into like somebody else or like into like a gopher or something, like no.
do you get to talk to other cosmos beings and powers,
No,
or
I
is it
don't think
very
you
solitude?
no. I don't think you meet up with people or like, people you knew. Like I don't think like in a consciousness, like no. Like you're not gonna meet like your grandmother and like, be like, "Hey, how's it going, grandma? Give me a big hug." And it's no. It just
Beans, can you imagine bumping into all your old girlfriends?
see, that's the thing. It's like, how would you know like who to talk to? It's like, you've met
All in
like
one room.
80,000 people like while you were here. Like, do you think you're gonna meet all them and like say, "Hey, how's it going?" No.
Oh man, who did you ended up with? Steve. You ended up with John. You ended up with Greg.
Yeah. Yeah, could you imagine how awkward it would be when I die, like when I meet up with my 3 ex-wives? It's like, which one would I,
That was my point.
yeah. It's like, no.
Now, what I would do is I want to know if I end up somewhere where I bump into people that I knew that are gone, God bless their soul. I just want to have my accounting book. You owe me this much, and what's the currency worth up there?
Yeah. I think it's a current like market value plus 12%. I think that's what it is.
Fuck, Beans. I'm paying $6.29 a gallon. Dave, what are you paying right now?
Under 6.
Yeah, $6.29 over here.
We're creeping up on 5.
Yeah.
Boris, we went to the Cosmos and came back. You missed the ride.
No, I sat here listening to you guys.
This is
All
listening.
But what do you think? Like, do you think that's what happens? Like when you die, you just kind of like your consciousness stops and you just like go out into the ether and like help expand the universe, or like do you think you come back as like something else?
See, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Everybody says this is what's up. This is what's up. You got the Bible, the Quran, everything else. I don't know. For sure. I mean, who knows? I know when I was unconscious in the hospital, I didn't have any out of body experiences or anything like that. So I don't know.
Boris, talk about out of body consciousness and being separated from real life. What happened to our friend? I don't want to say his name, but the guy that coerced me into a bunch of shit.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's true.
I don't know. I mean, I want to say my condolences if that was the case, but in reality, I feel like that character has multiple personalities that might be somewhere else doing the same shit.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, different platform or something.
You know what I think is funny? We spent the last like 2.5, 3 hours talking about something that in the end, none of us know. We don't know. You know,
You're absolutely
it's open to speculation. You know, like nobody
you're
knows.
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
And
That's
it's you know what it's my time, and I find out like if I can, I'll tell you about it. But like I probably won't because probably can't because you know.
when I'm ready to eat the worms, and I'll let you know.
Hmm.
That's the thing, man. I most just all fucking dirt. I think we're just eat dirt.
Hmm.
One of these days, Willis.
Yeah.
One of these days. You guys remember that term?
Yep.
Like Pink Floyd. One of these days, I'm gonna cut you into little pieces.
You gotta love the Floyd.
Yeah.
Here's a quick flight side question, man. You guys like and side practice, man. The more or waters, their soul work.
My steak is still waiting. Great. Where do I cash in on that?
Charlie, what was that you were cutting up? Like Roger Waters or like Sid Barrett, like solo stuff?
Yeah, my question was, which Pink Floyd solo works do you like the most?
Oh, well, I mean, I love the two Barrett albums. Like, I think they're like amazing for what they are. Like an artist totally falling apart and like just trying to do his best to like hold on to something, But but that takes us to like you have to like forget him and like go with Roger Waters or David Gilmour as a solo artist. And I would pick Roger Waters.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say David Gilmour.
David Gilmour for me.
I'm a Gilmour guy myself. As far as solo work.
Oh, I love Gilmour, one of my favorite like guitarists of all times. But like, I mean, like, Amused to Death, like that album is like perfect all the way through.
All right, so here's the
And
million-dollar
you can't
question.
be a Floyd fan and tell me that is not a great album.
Here's the million-dollar question. You're going to be deserted on a desert island for the rest of your life, and you know it. You can take one album with you. What do you take? I know what Hot Frog would probably take.
Saying this one,
Oh no!
because I can use this as a tool. I can cut up coconuts and everything. With it.
Hop uses that as an advisory tale. Like, don't do this.
Don't do this at home. I'm a professional.
I would take my favorite album of all time, "Forever Changes by Love," and number two would be "Piper at the Gates of Dawn" by Pink Floyd.
It's
my
really
top two favorite albums.
It's really, really tough for me, but I think I would have to take The Wall.
The Wall's good. Yeah.
Really? Is your number one album of all time?
It's tough because I could justify a lot of different artists and albums, but I'm looking at overall composition, length, diversity in the album and everything like that. I would have to say The Wall.
I would take Elvis Presley's gospel record.
Which one?
No, really,
All of
like
them.
his Hand in Mine, like the original, like
all of
gospel
them.
album, or...
One backpack.
No, but it's only that's the one backpack. Nice try, man.
Yeah, just fill my backpack with Elvis gospel records. No, you have to pick one record.
One album island, man. one album.
Eagles,
So you
Hotel
got
California.
That's
so
a
you're
good one.
bringing that's kind of fucked up, man.
Eagles. You can check in and you can never check out.
No, Eagles, no,
Yeah.
no.
Tell you what I'd take Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Four-Way Street. Most
You know what? I'll take Bergs in the backpack. He'll sing for me forever.
Oh no.
But Charlie, if live albums were out of the thing, like say it's just like a studio album, like what would it be after that? After Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Four-Way Street, what would
I
it
couldn't
be?
stand
I
Crosby.
brought it in the first place because it was a triple album, man. Okay, after that, I would probably bring just one studio album, fucking 72-minute or what. I'm gonna bring. Yeah, I'm on an island. I'm gonna bring Neil Young's On the Beach.
Mm.
That's it.
All right, yeah, that's a
All right.
great
I'll
choice.
settle for a
Great
soccer
choice.
ball, okay, and a crayon.
Super depressing, and I would love it every day that I was on that beach, man. That Vampire of Blues, the fucking Revolution Blues, Ambulance Blues. Like, you got 3 songs that have fucking blues in the song. You know, like I'm already on an island, man. So, and I only got 32 minutes. That's what I'm bringing, man. Fucking on the beach.
All right.
On the beach.
I can understand the 30 minutes, but how did the 2 add on to that?
Pardon me? Pardon me?
I said I can understand the 30 minutes, but how the 2 minutes added on to that?
Well,
Tough
they were
question.
for Hut Slide.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Well, no, those extra 2 minutes were for Honey Slides. My turn is up. I'm in no rush. It's okay.
Okay, Dave, like your favorite, like what would you take?
I'm taking my MP3 player because I can't decide.
My number two album would be Alice in Chains.
Come on, man. No.
I'm smuggling.
You can't like that, Dave.
I don't know. I mean, I got a lot. It just really depends on what mood I'm in. Because my all-time favorite, because it has a lot of personal attachment, is Diary of a Madman. I was going through a really, really rough time where
I knew it.
I wanted to check out, and believe it or not, it helped me get through a lot of hard times. So I guess that would be it. But there's some times where I love it, and then there's other times where I don't want to listen to it at all. I don't know if you get into that. There's sometimes some music you want to listen to, and other times you just like, no, I just
Dave. I got a question.
No, but I see how you feel.
ADHD.
But like overall, like that's your favorite album of all time, right?
Beans.
Yeah.
He just
if you would have to choose
wife.
one, yeah.
He just described my wife. I love it, but I don't want to listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Hey, you know one thing that I know for sure? That I don't want any of you fucking 3 characters on the same island as me. Because if that was
put him 6 feet under, you said it.
It would get fucking pretty fucking nasty, man. 3 of us.
See, that's the good thing about this, Charlie. Like, you're all alone. Like, you're all alone, and this is what you have to listen to for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but
Can you imagine? No radio.
I would be there with you, fucking shitheads. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, no, we won't be there. No.
Well, if we were there, you would have to depart right away.
Well, no, I'd fucking kill you all. I'd be a fucking cannibal.
Charlie's trying to make it Lord of the Flies, the golden.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, Charlie would kill us all.
Immediately,
That's it.
like
Charlie
you
the
wouldn't
murderer.
Charlie would murder all of us, and then immediately put on like four-way street, and like just
Right.
all the way through.
And a
Be
stop sign.
sure, man. Be sure.
Charlie would be the traffic director on the island.
Yep. You go this way, you go that way. You know, that's how it fucking go, man. And that's the thing, man. If you were really trapped on a desert island, do you think you'd really go insane, or would you make the best of it?
You need to call us. I'll give you a cell phone when you get there and let us know how it works.
Well, no, there's no cell phones, man. This is
No,
fucking.
I'll make sure that one
man.
works.
You try to make the best of it while you can.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I would be okay because I don't like being around people. Like I rarely see people. I don't like people around me. I don't like talking to people. I don't like seeing people. You know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
Beans,
see it on the
here's the
internet.
difference.
Beans.
Here's the difference, Beans. You at meeting people and talking to people on daily basis, it's a gamble of what character you're going to get along with mentally.
Mhm.
Right now, you and I talking, and Beans, I'm like, I respect this guy, you know, because I can understand you, you can understand me. That's the difference because you have the choice online to speak to who you want to speak to or walk
Mhm.
away at any point that you
Yeah.
don't like the conversation. In daily life, it's a little different.
Yeah, but and
Yeah,
here's the
and on the other hand, like you know, like you can never see another person or talk to another person again. Like you know, that's totally different thing. You know, yeah.
Like
I
for example, I'll go back in the day when I met Dave. Originally, when I was invited by another friend, I met Dave. I'm like, forget the fact that we're from the same state and within an hour apart. It's just the personality that I met, you know. I
Mhm.
can connect to the mentality. I can connect to the ideology, and just like other people, and I have total of I can win 5 friends online, and it's the mentality that
Mhm.
I can connect to and speak to and relate to daily matters that we deal with, and one will help the other. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised if you stop and listen. You can learn a lot of how to handle some situations that
Oh,
you go through.
yeah, definitely. Like I don't have any friends that I hang out with or talk to in real life or like you know around me. But like on here, there's a lot of people that like I connect to, and I'm like, you know, those are my friends. You know, they're my
Correct.
friends.
I killed all my friends.
Oh man.
But yeah, I know what you're saying, Jojo. Like you meet like-minded people, and like you know whether you meet them in person or know them personally, like that they're your friends. Like those, you know.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
What's going on, Nick? Crazy
And the
fucker.
beautiful part is Beans is that
Nick.
when you're speaking, you can speak freely and express your daily emotions, and you can get a reaction to where someone else has gone through that similar situation you're going through and get some feedback to where you can help yourself versus being negative. And these people that come, they call them trolls, bashing and yelling and screaming for no reason. There's no benefit in it.
Well, like yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like I mean, like you know, I've seen Dave on like you know live streams before. You know, talked to him many times. I've seen Charlie before on streams. Like don't know you. Like but like I mean, I felt compelled like here like to you know talk about the whole thing with my daughter, and like you know it was comfortable. It was great for me to like get that out and like talk about it. You know, and it's
Absolutely.
like you know yeah.
You fucking beans, man. That's very reassuring, man. Like, I don't know you all that well. I've seen you as well.
No, like I said, like I've only been on stream with Charlie like maybe 3 times in the last like year and a half.
Well,
But I know who Charlie is, you know?
Mhm.
Like when I see his name come up in things, I'm like, yeah, that's Charlie. I know Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, what you said is that you
man,
were intelligent enough to divide characters, and you know what you're about to get into. That's basically what you're saying.
No, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I mean,
No,
listen, I'm a jokester, okay, and Dave knows this. I like to crack jokes. I like to have fun. If I see a smile on a person's face, that makes my day, you know. Um, but in certain situations, like in this conversation, we're on a serious level, and but normally on a different chat, I'm usually the jokester on the side.
Hmm.
And
so
Dave
this
hates.
Yeah. Like
serious
like
Joe.
like 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 I've never met any of you guys, and I probably never will, you know. Let's face it, like I there's no chance I'm probably gonna hook up with any of you guys like hang out, you know. But like, I just like feel a certain connection, and like, and
Uh,
it's
I'll give
safe. It's
you
safe here. It's safe here. It's less
I'll give
vulnerable.
you a reason.
When you meet people in real life, you have to be vulnerable, you know. But
I'll
here, you
give you
don't
a
have to be. You
reason
know.
for what you're
Well,
saying is that you can relate to certain topics that people agree upon, in general.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when you're
that's
divulging personal issues that you've gone through in life, it's an experience for both sides. One, me giving you a comfort zone, telling you how I would deal with it, and you are giving me something to learn about of what you went
Hmm.
through. It is an exchange that you cannot buy with
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know why, but like, I mean, just like talking with you just tonight, like, it's like I felt comfortable enough with you to like, you know, talk to you about it and like, work it out and like,
We're all human, man.
yeah.
We're all human.
That's why I do these streams at night. I mean, it's fun to come on and have fun, and then it's good to have a platform like this where people feel comfortable to express
Mhm.
things and share things and get things off their chest, and it's
And the beautiful part is, Dave, is that I speak for all of us, we have tolerance, for
Mhm.
all characters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh, I got tolerance, all right.
Yeah, you're special needs, that's for sure.
Fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, I love this.
Dave's not here.
He's not here, man.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh man, it's me, Dave. I got the stuff.
Like, for example, like Boris. I'm gonna
Hmm.
direct this towards
Yeah.
Boris. Back in the day, I've always heard his name, but never spoke to the man. Once I started speaking to the man, intelligence, class, and purity, it was like, wow. I heard the name, and certain characters didn't like him, but all you got to do is just speak to the person. Just give it
Hmm.
1 minute. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do. 1 minute,
Yep.
man. 1 minute.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I love the man. I mean, I'm not talking, like gay
Man, I'm
love,
getting
but
all choked
I
up.
Hmm.
love the personality. I love the character. I love the purity, and that includes many people. Not one.
but that's the thing, man. I think that people take on different personas when they're talking on YouTube. Like, I'm a different person when I'm on different people's channels and whatnot. You know what I mean? And it all depends on your mindset, where you are at that time of the fucking day, how you're gonna act, and how you're gonna be, and essentially conduct yourself. You know, like sometimes I'm fucked up, man. Other times I'm a good guy. Other times I'm, you know, out of this world. Do you know what I mean, man? Do you guys understand somewhat?
I understand what you're saying. You know, you'll
Yeah.
act a certain way. I mean, there's certain situations like you're not gonna go to a funeral and start juggling with clown makeup and stuff. That's just kind of in really bad taste. You know, I try to be the same person as I am on here in real life because for me it's too hard to put in all these different masks. I mean, I've
Yeah,
been
I do
around
too.
people who do that, and I hate fake
Yeah,
people.
like, why try to fake it and like turn yourself into somebody
Yeah.
else for
Yeah.
what? For these 5 people you never fucking met before? You know, it's
Yeah,
like no,
yeah, yeah.
you
Even in real
got
life,
to be
it's just
yourself. You know.
Well, and that's why I find it fucking funny that they call it a vital community. And it's not really a fucking community when people fucking go and block it now, is it? That's not a community. If I have a problem with my neighbor, I'll go knock on their fucking door.
yeah,
I
yeah.
put
Talk
push a
things out.
button, block them.
You know, I don't know. You know, I
Well, it's
people block other people for different
yeah,
reasons. I mean, we've been in a lot of different communities. It's like we don't like go like okay, we're going to spend this much time in this community because like right now on my panel, I have Boris and JoJo, which are from a particular community on YouTube called The Boy. I talk to them. I talk to people from the drama community when we first came on YouTube. Now I'm meeting new people in the vinyl community. So if you had a good representation on here as well as in the chat, you know, it's community is getting along with people, discussing things out, getting to know people. But as far as, you know, people having beefs and blocking people and stuff, I personally don't have time for that. And
Oh,
yeah.
sometimes you'll find
There's
people where they'll go, "Oh, you know, you can't talk to so and so because they're bad news and they're going to do this and they're going to do that." You know, it's like I've heard people say things about JoJo. I've heard people say things about Boris, and I'm sure people have said things about me. Oh, that Hop guy. You know, it's like I don't care. You know, and what I found when
yeah.
I've been
Sorry, Dave. I've
Go ahead.
said stuff about you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I you know.
I know, but what I'm saying is a lot of times
Well,
people have
Richard
warned me to
used to
avoid
be
certain people, and when I've got to know those people, they're actually better, decent, honest, real people rather than these people are saying, "Oh, you know, I'm this great guy. Don't go over there." It's just, you know, you got to be careful who you associate with and associate with people who you choose to associate with, who you find a common bond with. You know, you're gonna find jerks anywhere. Just
Yeah,
avoid the jerks.
that's like hooking up with somebody and they say, "Trust me." That's when you know you can't trust them.
Exactly.
Don't say trust me. No, that's the last thing I want you to tell me. You know.
And that's the funny thing, Dave. I really didn't know that you were on other platforms. Like, I kind of know Beans from
Yeah.
fucking Top Records and shit,
Mhm.
but JoJo and the Grass Grower fella, like I'd never met those characters. They're
Uh,
great guys,
yeah.
but
Yeah. See, there's, yeah.
I don't think that they're big vinyl heads, are they?
No. They just come. They see that I'm on here. We've talked for a lot of times. Boris, he's into music. He has instruments and stuff. Jojo plays piano. He does a bunch of other stuff too. I mean, that's the thing. My panel is not just records. Some people go, you know, I don't like this Hop Frog guy because he doesn't talk about how wonderful he thinks the Beatles are. I can tolerate the Beatles. I don't. I've got like 3 Beatles albums that I've just acquired recently. You know, I'm collecting a lot of records. I like a lot of different styles of music, but I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm going to tell you why this mono pressing is better than stereo pressing, or this was pressed here
Yeah.
in Italy versus Spain. I
Yeah.
like music because of music. If people like music because they can tell there's a difference on where it's pressed in this place, and some guy named John was there on Tuesday pressing it. When next shift, Steve. Oh, Steve does a better job with it. I don't care about that. I care
Yeah.
about the end
Oh,
product, what the music is.
I much prefer the Steve pressing. Yes, the Steve pressing is.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, but we learn to get along. We don't all like the same things, but we learn to find a common ground where we can get together, and those things that we like for whatever reasons, and we respect the things that other people like. We don't like say,
Yeah.
that's stupid. Why do you like that? I'm not going to shit on somebody else's
And
things. They like.
having said that, gentlemen, like the sun's coming up here, so like I'm going to bed. See you later.
Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. We'll see you around real soon.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, he's
me and Hop Frog hate each other, but we both love Diary of a Madman, so
yeah, exactly.
it's a common bond between us.
Well, that's good, man. You gotta have.
There it is, the bobble.
Yep. Exactly.
What would you say is your next favorite Ozzy album after Diary?
Oh, this is Diary of a Madman.
Osmosis.
Really?
Yeah, he's saying, what's your next favorite after that?
Any album would probably be Axis Bold as Love.
Hopster.
We're still on Ozzy, man.
Oh, on Ozzy? Blizzard. Diary's first, then Blizzard, and then Tribute. Everything else is good, but the Randy years are my favorite years with Ozzy.
How many times have you seen Ozzy, Dave?
Never had a chance to. Came very close right before Randy died. So, personally, when Randy died, Ozzy was just kind of another band. That's,
See, I saw Ozzy 5 times after Randy died, and they were all fucking great shows, man.
Oh, he has great guitarists, yeah, but it's just
like I had fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
That No Rest for the Wicked tour in '87. No, it probably would have been '89.
Yeah.
That was
Open that again.
And then I did fucking early '90s shit. I did 90, 91, 92, and then back in like fucking 98 and 2002. Like, I saw Ozzy like 5 times, man. His voice is starting to go, but still fun. And those Sabbath shows in 98, 99, 2000, the reunion tour when Terra opened, man, those were fucking heavy shows, man. They were fun, man.
Yeah, and like Black Sabbath. I liked Black Sabbath when Ozzy was with them. Dio was good. I mean, it wasn't as good as Ozzy, but there were some really strong songs. But then when Ian Gillan got in the band, I'm like, no, it's like a mix of Rainbow, Deep Purple, and Black Sabbath. It just, some people go, oh, that's the best years of Sabbath. But for me, if you like it, cool. It's like it just kind of left me flat.
Well, and that's the thing with Sabbath heads, man. I think it depends on what year you were born.
Yeah.
Where if that was the Sabbath that you listened to the most, as opposed to the later years of Sabbath. Like if you're, fucking born in those days, then you would predominantly listen to those later Sabbath albums, as opposed to listening to the early Sabbath albums, man. Yeah. And it all depends, man. Like, fuck. I saw Sabbath and Motorhead. 93 in a bar together.
Mm.
And I fucking met Lemmy after the show, man. That was just such a great experience, man. And, and that was when Sabbath wasn't really at the top of their game. They were with Tony Martin. I believe that was the same band, Tony Martin, and what have you. And
Mm.
fucking, that was a fucking killer show, man. I saw that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I know a lot of people get mad at me too because they'll talk about how much they love Kiss and Kiss is the best band in the whole world. I honestly tried many different times to get into them, and they're another band that just I don't mean to sound like a snob, but they bore me. It's just
But
I can't get into Kiss. You know?
here's the thing. Here's where I would describe Kiss is I really loved Kiss
Kiss is quite boring.
when I was 14.
Mhm.
Period. And then I moved on, and I don't listen to Kiss no more, man. And
Yeah.
I'm 12 anymore.
Yeah. I've got friends who act like they when they Kiss is playing, they're gonna go book the Kiss cruise and see him half sing, half lip sync, and I
Uh,
mean they're still making money. More power to them. I'm not having to pay Gene or Paul's bills. They're making money. They're doing their thing. But it was just, even at the beginning, I had friends who were just such rabid fans. They'd have every album that came out. The kid across the street I used to hang out with, go skateboarding with, when we were like 10, 12 years old. He had the Kiss lunchbox, the Kiss board game, the Kiss this, the Kiss this. Every Halloween he'd paint his face up like one of, I think it was Gene Simmons. That was one I think usually people did because that was the easiest one to do. Or Paul with the star, sometimes people get their star crooked, but they just never did anything for me. And some people, I say that and I go, "Oh, Kiss, Kiss." I go, "Yeah, whatever." And they're like, "Why don't you like Kiss?" It's like
well, I can give a several
oversaturation,
sides to Kiss, man. Like, first and foremost, Dave, I would say that your friends are dumbasses.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, but some people just get locked into a certain thing, and it's just like, there's so
Yeah,
much more that they're missing out on.
and and to a certain aspect, I can kind of see that. Like, I'm a Deadhead,
Mm-hmm.
so I listen to a lot of Dead. Like I probably listen to 2 or 3 Grateful Dead shows live. Like, and that's a lot of Dead, and amongst other shit that I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure shit not listen to Kiss, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And and to each your own. Whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's what you're listening to, and that's what you're fucking makes your fucking body move in the right direction. Then all the power to you. Like, I'm not stopping you. I'm not the end all be all of your fucking ears. Like, I'm not your ear keeper.
Yeah. Some people do try to be your keeper and go, "Oh, I can't believe you listen to this. This is what I listen." It's like I listen to my MP3 player when I'm at work, because if I listened to CDs with everybody, they would just go, "Why are you listening to this? Why are you listening to this? Oh, this is good. Why are you listening to this?" Because like in a typical day, if I'm here by myself, I'm running CDs, I'm doing stuff out in the garage, I'll load up my CD player because I've got a multi-disc player. I might have like Ozzy in there or Black Sabbath, and then it'll skip to like that, and then go to like Chaka Khan or George Clinton or Parliament Funkadelic.
This is
Or
some
I
piece.
mean, my music is like all over the place. I'll have some Pink Floyd in there, And it's just, I tell people, why are you listening to all this weird stuff? It's like, well, I get musical ADHD. I listen to like a lot of stuff. It's like whatever I feel like listening to, I'll put that in. Sometimes I want to listen to the whole CD. I'll listen to like one or two songs, and then I'll come back to it later and play a different song off there, just depending on what my mood is, what my vibe is. So
That's fucking right though, Dave, man. You gotta fucking put it out there.
yeah,
And you gotta feel it, man. And that's the weird thing. Like at work, we get to listen to tunes, but I I listen to a lot of fucking hip hop that I don't want to listen to. And then when it comes to be my turn, that's where I'll go, "Hey fellas, have you ever heard of Jefferson Airplane?" And I'll fucking lay down some of that kind of shit.
yeah,
And you know, when you work with young people and old people, and it all comes back around, and
it
it's
does.
like, holy fuck, man, this guy's fucking stone fucking cold.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I played some T-Funk the other night, man, and I had all the guys dancing, man. It was funny, man.
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then like you're saying the hip hop stuff, there's times where like this one guy, he listens to like a lot of hip hop and a lot of rap and stuff, and he's like, oh, I go, you like that? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, that music they're sampling, that's like, he'll be playing Beastie Boys.
that's who
A
this
lot of stuff they
is.
sampled was Led
Exactly.
Zeppelin. Yeah.
Yeah. And those young kids, they just don't realize it and don't
Yeah.
get it. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, this is the best music ever. This is what it's all about. Where essentially hip hop is manufactured music with words on top of it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking real talent behind fucking hip hop other than spinny spin or like a twist of a dial. It's
they'll
very manufactured. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's very manufactured. There's not a lot of talent behind it.
But a lot of those guys are bringing in bands that influence them, and they're using samples. They're using like a small section of a song, so you can see the music that they're interested in. And like I said, like the Beastie Boys, some of their songs would be I forget the songs, but there's like Black Sabbath. They'll use parts of a Black Sabbath song to put with like a Led Zeppelin drum beat and stuff. They'll mix. It's just kind of like trying to create their own music without instruments. I personally prefer music with instruments, but I've messed around with the computer and stuff and done, made some, so it's like I have to have my feet on like a lot of different things.
Dave, to my ears, I just find hip hop to be synthetic to me.
Yeah, a lot of after a while, some of it does sound very similar. Yeah,
it's synthetic jarble to me, and they're all talking about fucking bad shit, like killing, beating, and it's just bad. And so, anyhow, I'm gonna pause for the cause.
All right. All right.
All right.
All righty then.
Oh, I gotta mow my grass today.
Oh, there you go.
How many bodies in there, Boris?
Pardon me?
I said, referring to the last gentleman.
How many
bodies on the grass?
Well, there's a spot in the backyard.
Ah, you got one too.
Oh yeah, designated. I'm running out of room though.
Hold on, buy the house next door. Add more room.
I can't. It's for sale, but I think it just got sold.
Oh, you missed out.
For an outrageous amount of money too.
900.
No, not like that. We don't roll like that here. I'm all, I'm in the ghettos of Roseville, so.
I don't know much about the area. Detroit, I know. You can buy a block for just pay the taxes. That's what I remember.
I'm 3 miles north. I'm 3 miles north of the city limits.
Okay. Nicer area then.
So. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. The line to the north is 8 Mile, and I live at 11 Mile.
Hmm.
a friend of mine dragged me to Detroit, and we were there more for the car factories, the old factories that are shut down. That are, you can just jump floor to floor if you put a ladder and look at all the stuff. And then he showed me an area that if you go to the city and sign up to ownership, and all you got to do is pay the taxes, the property taxes. They'll sell you the property for $1, but there's nobody on the block.
Yeah. If you got money, what you do is you buy up the whole block, or you buy several houses, and then you pay somebody to keep an eye on them while you rehabilitate them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point, you can almost feel when you're walking down that block that you can buy the block for nothing and become the mayor of that city.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. It was eye-catching, actually.
Yeah. Well, there's a city tax though. See, that's the thing. When you buy it, and then the stipulation is you have to rehab it, so that somebody can live in it. But then you're paying city taxes too, as well as state and federal.
That was one of the stipulations of, if you buy it, you have 2 years to rehab everything that you buy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the time limit is.
Yeah, 24 months. And then you got to get a city confirmation from the inspector that this house is eligible for dwelling and living.
Holy fuck, Dave!
Yeah, well, it's a pay to play city, and the thing of it is if you were going to do that like on your own, you'd have to go down there with some pit bulls, because when you bring contractors in to put stuff in, you're going to have to guard it because somebody's going to want to come and rip it out of the house.
See, that's totally something I didn't even think about. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You basically, if you're gonna do it, you do multiple houses on the same block, and then you hire somebody with some pit bulls to watch your shit while it's being rehabbed.
Yeah, I need elbow with its security license badge to come over there.
As bad as their owners, man.
Right.
I've known very good pit bulls throughout my fucking years, and pit bulls are only as bad as their owners make them to be. So I don't appreciate you implying that pit bulls are some sort of a fucking bad dog.
I don't know anything about the breed.
Well, that's really moving, dude. But you're all in the Kool-Aid, and you ain't got a fucking clue as to flavor, because I'm probably a bigger dog lover than you are, and I like pit bulls too. So,
why exactly? And don't talk about no Kool-Aid now. And here's the thing: it's all in the dog owner, as opposed to the breed of the dog.
Nobody ever disputed that.
I thought I did.
You
okay,
did.
Well, I guess you're disputing it with yourself because nobody else is disagreeing with you.
Okay, then you just carry on. Everything will be okay.
All right, thanks. I appreciate
disputed
that.
Anything.
Right on.
Has anybody been listening?
But there's some beautiful houses down there, dude. Seriously, some big old ones.
Yeah, the brick,
What's that, Mr.
the
Hot
brick,
Frog?
Oh,
the red brick houses. Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah. No, I was just asking if anybody
there's some gorgeous houses, blocks of them, dude.
Yeah, but here's the problem, Boris.
I'm
What's
sorry.
interesting that I could not
Fucking
understand
I
is that
can't be fucking house talk no more, man. You
no,
fucking take it.
no. We're speaking. We're gentlemen. We're speaking. These the houses that you're talking about, Boris, they're within blocks from each other, from the dilapidated area to a premium area. That was the intriguing part.
Right.
I'm like, how can you go 3 blocks and be in a
Yeah,
half
like
a
right
million
over by
dollar
Ford
area?
Field, like a block away.
Yes.
I've only
And then
seen pictures. That's
3
why.
blocks away, it's you can buy the whole city.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is,
It
but
is crazy. I'm
is
not
it
sure how I can be mad and upset all in the same cognation.
why are you mad? Why are you upset? Over what matter?
Well, mostly your fucking house talking bullshit, man.
What's
Well,
wrong
listen, we
with
can
that?
talk about whatever you want to talk about, but before we do that, we'll change topics. Just understand a wide range of emotions is really healthy for a person, but we can talk about whatever you want, bro.
Yes, a wide range of emotions is healthy, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to get bent out of shape, man, but like the housing market,
No apology needed, man. What do you want to talk about?
I can simply care less, man. You know.
What he asked you what topic do you want to talk about? We'll talk about that topic.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely. Right now.
My choice?
Your choice.
What's the best hiking trail you've ever been on?
Griffith Park,
Where's that?
Los Angeles.
Hmm. Have you been to any other outside of Los Angeles?
Arizona.
Have you ever been on the Adirondack Trail at all?
No, you would tell me about it because you've been there.
No, I'm Canadian. I have been there, but I'm just simply asking you.
What
Okay.
is the header of the topic you want us to talk about? We're trying to accommodate to you.
You're not trying to fucking accommodate to me, you smart ass motherfucker. I just asked you what kind of hiking trail you like.
We're just trying to get along here. That's all.
Fuck you, man. You want to fucking get along with me? Don't be a fucking smart ass there, JoJo.
So I'm a
I
MFO.
don't think
and I'm a
I don't think he was trying to be a smart aleck, dude. We were just trying to talk about whatever he wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, did he
yeah.
rage quit?
No, I just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just booted him. I didn't know if you guys were
Oh.
gonna start fighting or not. I'm just like,
No, I wasn't taking the bait on that. So
Yeah,
I just have him backstage. So
I mean, Dave, you tell me if I'm wrong, dude.
no, you're fine. It's just he was missing the point of what you guys were talking about. You guys were talking about how the whole Michigan area, how you can
Yes.
buy certain areas, and you can be, and it's a shame to see the condition that it's gone through and how it needs to be rehabilitated and stuff. And you know,
Correct.
that's what you're talking about. And it just seemed like he was misunderstanding that you guys are talking about, greed and everything else. And then when you're talking about pit bulls, Boris mentioned, taking pit bulls when you're going to the city and doing anything. He was talking figuratively
It's a
about having
metaphor.
someone as a metaphor, and he took it literally, thinking that this is why are we talking about dogs and stuff. So
I you know what? I did not
it's all
know.
good.
Go ahead, Boris.
No, it's all good. That's all I was gonna say. Is it's all good. I'm not
Yeah,
beside or
yeah.
nothing.
I'm not
No, we're all
offended
good.
by any means. You know, the only thing is there should be a breathalyzer on YouTube before you enter a chat.
Ski's still here. Yeah.
I swear to God. I mean, we wait a week at a time to get into this chat, and then you got to deal with this.
Mhm.
Oh, God bless, dude. Was that guy's name Jeff by any means?
Oh no, that was Charlie. So
There was another guy that
At a glance, he looks like Jeff, so I know what you're talking about.
oh, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about Jefferson T. Rowe.
Yes. Oh wow, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I couldn't remember that name. That's who I thought I was talking to. But it is what it is. Next case. The beautiful part about your area is that it's multi how do and not multilingual, I want to say multicultural, and you have every ethnicity over there. You want to eat Chinese food, you want to eat Middle Eastern food, you want to eat Mexican food, everything is there. Not like LA. Now they're segregated in LA. It's like they push them aside. You know, you take this area, you take that area, and they're even deleting McDonald's and Carl's Juniors over here.
So, in other news, has anybody been listening to any of the Johnny Depp trial? I find it very interesting.
I
No,
haven't
I have
listened
not.
to any of it, but I think that Johnny's completely innocent of everything.
Yeah. The Amber's lawyers are a joke. I don't know where they got their degrees. They just sound ridiculous and stuff. And the one guy, every time Johnny was trying to talk, he'd say like 2 words, and the guy's like, objection, speculation, objection, hearsay, objection, hearsay.
Can you
It's ridiculous.
can you please give me the platform of this court case? Like, what is the foundation? How did it erupt? And who's going after who? Who's guilty? Who owes who? Or I don't
Okay.
follow it, but
Okay.
if you can give me a highlight, that would be awesome.
Okay. Amber Heard is an actress that was married to Johnny Depp for about 2.5 years, roughly. They had a very bitter divorce. There was a lot of violence involved. A lot of he did this, she did this. Everybody's blaming each other for different things that happened. Extremely abusive in relationship on both parts. So, and they're trying to sort things out. Basically, this current thing kicked off because she put an article in the Washington Post, didn't mention Johnny Depp's name, but said I was in a very abusive relationship, led people to fill in the blanks and go, oh, she must be talking about Johnny Depp. And it's been speculated that he has been kicked off a lot of projects. That it's been hard for him to get a job in Hollywood because of all these accusations she's making against him. And so he took her to court to sue for defamation for $50 million. She's countersuing him for $100 million.
Does
And
either or have that kind of amount?
I don't think so.
And this has to be a public knowledge in order for everybody to be concerned about this matter.
The whole thing is she's it depends on how you really go into it listening with your ears wide open and stuff. There's a lot of speculation that he was, both of them are kind of stretching the truth of what actually happened in the relationship.
One's trying to gain over the other.
Yeah, nobody's taking ownership. But I mean, one of the things was that the story was that he lost the tip of his finger because he was depressed and decided to cut it off. And then her story changed.
He did a Johnny Bobbitt on himself.
Yeah. And then he got angry and smashed a phone against the wall, and by smashing the phone somehow severed the tip of his finger. A witness was there, said that he saw her throw a very large bottle of, I believe it was vodka, hit the counter, smashed on the edge of the counter, and the edge of it lobbed off his tip of one of his fingers. And there's been abuse. She said he's tried to kill her, and it's been nonsense. But her attorneys, I don't know where she found them. They got their degree out of Cracker Jacks, because they just start talking in circles, and and the chick, they've been catching her lying and all kinds of things. It's like she was supposedly beat up with, this guy wears heavy rings on all his fingers and stuff, and he broke her nose, he did this, he did that, but there's no pictures of her face after the fact.
Or a report.
Police, there's no reports. All kinds of crazy things going on. She said that he was drunk all the time. He was urinating all over himself. He was,
that's fine. But
crap the bed. Yeah.
Throughout all these allegations against each other, both ways, is there any police report?
Well, that's the thing. The police were called to the house for a disturbance, and they said they interviewed both cops, and they had the reports, and they said there was nothing there. And then she's trying to say, "Oh, the cops are working for Johnny. The cops are doing this. The cops are doing that." Oh, everybody's against her. It's just, you're never going to find out what what actually happened. One of the things that she claimed was that
a jury trial, or just
it's a jury. It's a jury trial. It's a jury trial.
Okay. Got it.
So, but it's just, you start hearing some of this stuff. And one of the things she said was that this place they were staying in Australia, there was this gaming table. He slammed her down on the table in a fit of rage, and then he climbed on top of the table and was punching her in the face. And then she couldn't remember exactly when it was or something. She kept changing her story. And then they showed the picture of the gaming table. It was a folding ping pong table. If your son got up on top of the ping pong table, he'd probably get about 2 steps before it collapsed.
Yeah.
This is holding 2 people. Yeah, it's just, the whole thing's full. And then she just said that her thing is, she's just trying to make him look so ridiculous that he should not be working. He should be in a home somewhere, because he passes out all the time. He's under the influence of all these drugs. And then she's saying, "I don't do drugs. I don't." And then right after she says that, "Oh, my friends are over and we're doing mushrooms and we're drinking, bottles of wine and doing this and doing that." It's like, hey, wait a minute. You're saying this, you're saying that. It's ridiculous. It's like,
wow.
Yeah. So,
I guess
he's just trying to clear his name is all it is.
The only thing I can think of is while this court session is going on, I've heard about it on the radio, but I'm not going to click and watch. It's none of my concern, but it's putting TMZ out of business.
Yeah.
I don't even know if TMZ is still around.
There's still enough people for them to report on. They're still around. But see, that was the thing. She said she was too embarrassed. She loved him and she didn't want to report him. Is why she didn't get the cops involved. But then she was doing like she'd do secret recordings of him and stuff and everything and all the stuff that she was trying to set him up to make him look like he's this horrible monster has just been backfiring on her. So, and all his former partners have said, he's the nicest guy. He'd never lay a hand on anybody. And there's no reason for them to say, yeah, he was doing this, he's doing that. But she's had history of being both in relationships with both men and women and being violent towards them. Now, do you think audio tapes, you hear her screaming and yelling at him, and she slammed a door into his face one time, and then she punched him, and she's all, "You're just a baby. I just barely hit you. Why are you doing this?" It's.
Do you think that her actions or their relationship has affected his working status?
Her report of their relationship has affected his working status. Yes, I would say without a doubt. So,
because that's a big name you're talking about,
Oh yeah. So,
Interesting.
one of the things, like she said that he was. I mean, her stories are just weird, and then even her own sister and her mother are like saying, what she's saying isn't exactly what happened, and it's just weird. And then he was violent when they were dating, and then she still decided to marry him. And a gift that he gave her was a knife that was engraved "Till death do us part." And it's like, if you have an abusive partner, you're not going to give them a weapon in which they could possibly kill you with. It's like, come on. But her attorneys,
Again, interesting.
her attorneys is, like I said, when Johnny or some other people try to speak, they're like, objection, objection, objection. And this one guy, he asked a question to Johnny before Johnny could even answer. He's like, objection. And the judge goes, why are you objecting to your own questioning? And he's like, never mind, next question. It's just like the whole 5 weeks has been.
What you're saying sounds like the Three Stooges are representing her.
It is.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is that from KNX 1070, I don't know if you know KNX,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that they're suing each other because neither one has the money to live off of based on their lifestyle, right? So if one or the other wins, they owe money to the attorneys to begin with.
Yeah.
How is one going to pay the other, whoever wins?
Yeah. The whole thing is he's not into the money. He's just trying to clear his name because for the last few years she's just been dragging him through the mud and saying, she's done this, and it's like one of the things too that came up in the trial is there was like many times where he was so physically abusive to her that he almost killed her. This time she didn't go to the hospital, she didn't file her police report, there's no proof of it, and the only proof that they have is like she'll take pictures of like, one of the things was she said that he went crazy and scribbled a bunch of stuff on some mirrors when they were staying in Australia, and they've proved that. And they asked her, did you write anything? Oh no, that's all Johnny's writing. But they proved that part of the writing was hers and it was his, but they don't show all this stuff that he supposedly damaged and busted up and stuff. And she'll say, oh, well, the guy was where that picture was taken, all the damage would have been behind him or to the side. I don't really remember. It's just like she's talking in circles. It's ridiculous.
Not to get off this topic.
Objection overruled.
Objection overruled. The guy from Back to the Future, I don't remember his name. Back to the Future with the DeLorean.
You talking about Marty? You talking about Doc? You talking about Biff?
No, not Biff. The main character, the kid.
Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox.
I don't know him personally, but we were at Universal Studios years ago. I don't know, 6-7 years ago at the Comedy Club. And we were downstairs at the bar. That guy was he's got MS, I think. I don't know.
Parkinson's, yeah. He's he's shaking really bad.
Yeah, what a gentleman, man. Wow. I heard him talking. He was like 3 people away from me on the bar. And what a gentleman, what a pure soul. It was just like amazing. And he played always good characters, he never played the demon character. But to hear him in real life, it was like, wow. And intelligent, brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but I don't know what he studied. I don't know his background. I don't know. But the guy was just pure class and cordial and intelligent, and anybody that walked to him, he would devote his whole time to speak to them until they were done. Yeah. What was his name?
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, yes, correct.
Yeah. And as Charlie said, he is Canadian. He's a fellow Canadian.
Super nice guy.
And Jinx is asking if you'll marry her.
Anytime. Let me get rid of the first one first.
There you go. But like this trail, like that. Like, okay, here's one of the things that during their divorce settlement, Amber Heard got $7 million. She
Okay,
promised she was going to
hold on,
donate half of it.
Hold on. 1 second. One question. So they're already divorced?
They're already divorced. It was like
Okay.
2016 or something.
Hit it.
After the divorce, she's been saying all kinds of stuff about him and everything else, ruining his career, more or less. Allegedly. I guess I have to say allegedly.
Yeah.
So anyways, what was I going to say? So she promised she's going to donate $3.5 million roughly to the Children's Hospital, and the other 3.5 out of the $7 million that she got to the ACLU.
So
anyway,
basically, if she wins, you're saying that she's not going to come out of it with any cash in her pocket.
Well, the thing is she promised that she didn't want any money. She didn't want anything. She's going to donate this money to these two charities. She's going to split it right down the middle, big chunk here, big chunk there.
Non-taxable. Yep.
Pay it all at once. Get them taken care of. So when they got divorced, somebody for Johnny made a pretty substantial payment, like a couple $100,000, 100 and plus, somewhere between 100 and 200,000 to each of the charities on her behalf to take care of her pledge that she made. So she didn't want that to happen. First, that was fine. Then she wanted to change it and stuff. But then when she was asked, she still hasn't. That's like of that and a little bit that I think like 500,000 that Elon Musk paid on her behalf. And so far, that's all that's been paid on the $3.5 million to each of these different.
Elon
charities.
Musk is involved in this too.
He dated this chick for a while. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
boy,
it's crazy. So, anyways, the one of Johnny's attorneys asked her. She goes, "Okay, you made this pledge. You've had the money now for I think it was like 13 or 14 or 15 months, but you still not have made good on. You've not donated the full amount." She goes, "No, that's incorrect. I've pledged it." She's using pledge in place of donation, and the attorney has to explain.
Pledge is a promissory note.
Yeah, the attorney has to explain to her. I mean, they're going back and forth for about a good 5 minutes. Pledge, donate, pledge, donate, and then she's like, "Let me explain it a different way." And then she starts arguing with it. She goes, "No, answer my question. Have you paid? Is it true that you have not paid, this charity or this charity?" I don't like how you're characterizing it. It's just ridiculous. It's like,
wow, wow,
yeah, it's
wow. That's all I can say. And on the flip side, on the depth position right now, it's good publicity. Actually,
yeah.
It is probably going to be in a negative positive way, but positive financially. Because this guy, even if he doesn't get a part in another movie, as she's trying to do, he's going to make commentaries and shows and so forth, so on, make millions right off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? And then this other guy, Oz, the Turkish guy, he's running for mayor or something like that. I heard it yesterday. This guy's a heart surgeon. What the hell does he know about how to run a city?
That's a good question.
And he's a dual citizen, which should be mandatory automatically declination, like why, how can you be a mayor? It's like Ted Cruz, born in Canada. Yes, I know, but he was a U.S. parents happened to born in Canada, and he could have run for president, Ted Cruz, which I hate the guy from get-go. The guy's a lying sack of shit. But but with this Oz guy, I don't know. He's going to become a mayor. What city? I don't even know. I think it's in Pennsylvania, if I'm right.
Yeah, basically, if you have money, you can be mayor, dog catcher, whatever you want to do.
Hey, I'll take the dog catcher.
Oh man.
At least I can save lives. I can find them a home. I can't find a mayor a home.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But I just want to show you this is the Amber Heard's attorney objecting to his own questioning, and watch the reaction on the guy's face.
Wait a minute. Before you do that, is that going to affect you on online or on YouTube?
I don't think I might get a copyright claim. I'm not going to get a strike.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I
is
see
pretty
it.
entertaining.
Yeah.
It is pretty entertaining though. He just goes,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. So it helps make the day go faster. So
the one intriguing case that I followed for a real short time and I don't hear about it anymore is Ron Jeremy. The guy is a porn star. And he got charged with 3 cases of raping women.
yeah.
That one is just it's intriguing. Can I play this or no? I can't play this.
What's that?
Oh, it's the courthouse. The picture of the courthouse. So
I'll get a copyright claim.
So yeah, don't do it. Don't. And how long a matter of this fashion would take course in a court case? Like weeks, months, or how does it go?
So far this is on week number 5.
Wow.
Yeah. It could go longer, but the judge put time limits on the whole thing. So.
And the taxpayers are paying for all that time of the employees of the courthouse.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. There's your tax money at work.
Yeah. Well, the citizens of this good state of Virginia are paying for this one.
Oh, it's in Virginia. I thought it was in California.
No, it's in Virginia.
Okay. Because I thought Johnny Depp was a California, LA guy.
Well, he is, but I forget the exact reason why he went to Virginia. There's something to deal with. They couldn't. There's a reason why he went to Virginia, so they could get.
You can pick and choose what state you can file a case at.
Apparently, so they did. So.
Nick just said something. I can't see it.
Nick says, I hung out with Ron Jeremy and he announced my old band in like 2010, 2012 or so. Funny but true. He's a narcoleptic, ate a box of 6 cupcakes on their bus.
Wow. Yeah, I 2 times I've seen the guy. One time was at the Roxy and he was snoring. He was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. Out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even drink. And the second time I saw him is when he was fighting with the city officials because he had a 4-plex apartment building, like those old style Hollywood 4-plexes on Sunset Boulevard in La Brea, and they red tagged it. And that was the only times I've seen him. He's a short guy, heavy duty, physically heavy. And that was the only 2 times I seen him. That one time that I seen him at the Roxy. Oh no, not the Roxy, the Rainbow. I'm sorry, the Rainbow. Yeah, and I didn't even know who he is. They pointed him out. My friends did. That's the Ron Jeremy, the porn guy. And he was passed out. Yeah. And there was people sitting next to him on the round table. They're wooden tables.
Yeah.
And they're normal, like they know already what he's gonna do or something. And I would, at a glance, I would think this guy is dead or passed out or seizure or something. I want to jump to help him. No, they were normal.
Yeah, Nick said he's not a druggie, he's just a narcoleptic.
Yeah.
So I guess he says he doesn't even drink either, so
No, he doesn't drink. No, I don't see a drink in his hand whatsoever the 2 times.
So,
Wait a minute. He does drink Red Bull. That much I know. That was fun.
there you go. Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the sugar crash and the Red Bull comes down. It just really takes everything out of him, and he's just like,
I've never had Red
knocks out.
Bull. Have you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it does. I thought it was more of a like a coffee rush.
It is. It has a little bit more caffeine than coffee.
Right.
It's basically the same thing though.
Now,
It's
my addiction, I can tell you straight up, is McDonald's coffee.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, I now I don't even have to go to McDonald's because Ralph sells it.
There
It's
you go.
called McCafe, and you buy it in a big jar. It's like $14, and it'll last a month.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I used to drink a lot of energy drinks and stuff when I was working nights. So sorry, Boris just left.
Oh,
Yeah, I used to drink a lot of Monsters and Rock Stars and different things and stuff. But for me, I have like ADHD, and rather than making me real hyper that energy drinks do to a lot of people, it had the negative effect. It like took the edge off and just made me just kind of like mellow, but
yeah,
focused at the same time. So
yeah. I have a friend with ADHD, and he has to take this pill. What the fuck is it called? It's an
uh,
orange pill.
probably Ritalin.
No, it makes you smarter, or gives you mental energy, or
There's a few different ones. One's Adderall.
Adderall.
Yeah.
Adderall. That's what he's on, and he takes half a pill a day, and he can focus. Otherwise, he's always zoned out.
Mhm.
And the good part, I don't know which one is the good part or the bad part, is he got off of weed.
Hmm.
I don't know if that was good when he was on smoking weed. When I say smoking weed, he would smoke like a cigarette style weed, one a day.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he was cool,
Mhm.
cruise control,
Yeah.
but not functioning, just like drained,
Hmm.
And then with this Adderall thing, uh, he started taking half a pill after the doctor prescribed it, and then now he's got all the energy but doesn't know where to go.
Mm.
It was confusing. I'm like, dude, come with me. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to be overwhelmed, mentally overwhelmed.
Huh.
I didn't know what that meant because later on he explained that too much pressure on me at this level will make me crash.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like I said, I have ADHD. In case you don't know, I'm like all over the place. It's real hard for me to focus all the time. I've got like different thoughts going through my mind all the time. It's almost like being in a busy bus station trying to focus on three or four conversations, in-depth conversations, and be able to comprehend everything that's going on at the same time. It's just your mind's just like it's hard to
Right.
do.
You know what? As long as you're breathing and you're
Yeah,
alive,
yeah,
that's all
yeah.
that
I mean, I
matters.
just I just got to really stop and think about what I want to say, what I want to focus on, and do it. Like I said, but I did say like when I was drinking the energy drinks, it helped quiet all that stuff down and help me kind of focus. And
But I mean, I'll give you a small example. When my wife was working on the road, we had a hectic life.
Mhm.
And she would come home, and I'd come home, and uh, she's gone through a hell of a day, and I'm going through whatever I'm going through, and it would be a very tense time. Now, since I'm semi-retired, and she's working the desk. She won't leave her job. Uh, Life changed. It's like we don't have drama anymore, and all we realized all the drama was coming off the street. It was not between us, you know. It was
Yeah.
just all off the fucking outside. And she's got another 2 years to go, and she's done. And I'm like, early retirement. I don't give a crap about the difference of the money. Let's just live life because we
Yeah.
didn't get to live life.
Hmm.
But now she's on the desk, and she's comes home and calm as can be, and we actually talk as family, versus you have no idea what I went through today. Don't tell me about the this, about the that. Like whoa, 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 back off. I didn't
Hmm.
bring this is daily stuff we do. Now it's like, oh, I'm happy to be home. What's going on? This and that. We got a 4-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
we have to. How do you say? Um, Even if we have problems amongst each other, we have to cover it up in front of the
Hmm.
kid.
Yeah.
Just deal with it on a private level.
Hmm.
But these kids these days, man, they're intelligent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
They're intel kids are I'll tell you, I actually every day when I see the kid, I learn something.
Hmm.
And it reminds me somewhat of my childhood, but on an old age. You know what I mean? But today, every day they learn something, and just let them talk. I let them speak. I listen. I just want to listen. If I find it incorrect at any point, I'll wait for him to finish to correct him.
Hmm. Yeah.
You've been through this, man. You and your wife been through this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's new to me.
Yeah. I helped to raise. I have a half brother and half sister that I helped raise.
Oh, you started even
So,
before.
so I started. I started before. So when my son came along, my wife was stressing out, and I was pretty much, I got this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I had experience. All right.
I know your the gung ho feeling. Watch, just step aside, watch. That type of feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not that I was like trying to brag, say, hey, I just relax. I can take care of it. It's not a big deal. Middle of the night, feel the tap on the arm.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
calling for you. Like, all right.
I built. So what I did was it was Christmas, and what do you call those bouncies? The one with the net, the whole I forgot
Yeah, the
trampoline.
trampoline. Yeah.
Yeah. So ordered it online. It showed up in boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sitting there for since November, 2 days before Christmas. I decided to put this thing together. And everything was fine until those springs that you gotta stretch and put together. They're like bullets, man. I
Oh yeah.
lost one. The fucking
Yeah.
thing went up in the air and landed and ended. So the kids next to me, and I want them to be part of it.
Yeah.
And what I would do is just, you do this, give me that, give me this. I'm giving him participation that I don't need, but I want him to feel part of the activity as if he did it.
Yeah.
All right. So we got done at midnight. I'm sweating like bullets, although it's cold outside, but we're done. We put the nets, we put the caps on top of the pillars, and I made him do the last cap. I sent him on the ladder. Christmas Day,
Mm.
the most beautiful visual that you will ever have. He's got his friends over and telling them how he built it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
dude, you could not buy that with money.
No, you can't.
Yeah, my dad did this, and I did this, and then he did that, and I did this, and then it's got the basketball little hoop, and he
Mhm.
goes, I put the Velcro on there, and his friends, they're like, just want to bounce. That's all they want to do, just jump on
Yeah.
and bounce. It was pretty. You can't buy it with money. I'm telling
No,
you.
you can't. Yeah, a friend of ours, he's got a daughter who's 5, and because of COVID, he wasn't able to take her to the park on the swings like they used to do, like on a nightly or daily basis, sometimes at night when he got off work and stuff. So, he's not really that good with tools. So my son and I went over there, helped him with his dad, and we got the good sized swing set and stuff. Got the whole is like with the one with like the climbing tower and has all the stuff, the wooden one with the 2 swings and all the
Yeah,
stuff.
the
So
full scale one,
the full scale one, I think he paid like 2 or 3
$2,000.
grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we've got the thing up in it's probably about 5, maybe 6 hours. We got the whole thing started.
That's pretty good.
All the way up, and she was like so happy to see it, and she's just like super excited and getting on it and stuff. He didn't tell her about it. He had the wife take her till like we're almost done, and then brought her in the backyard. And she's like,
Wow.
she just kind of stopped. She's all, "What's this?" He goes, "It's for you." And she's all, she got
That
on
is
so excited
awesome,
and stuff.
dude.
And then a couple days after that, he gave me this piece of paper, and there's some scribbling on it. I go, "What's this?" He goes, "Oh, that's from Chloe. That's his daughter." And he's all, "This is a thank you note. She just wanted to let you know that she appreciated you guys coming in and building that."
I love
I
it.
still have it. I thought it was cool. It's like she can't spell or write anything. She made some marks, but she recognizes that the importance of saying thank you for someone doing a good thing.
I love it, dude.
Cool. So welcome back, Charlie.
I got a side question, Dave. What do you mean not good with tools? Who's not good with fucking tools, man?
He hasn't had a lot of experience with tools. I love this guy like a kid brother, but one of the things he did was he was going to fasten a power strip to his wall. So he got out the drill. He got out the drill bits to make the pilot holes. He puts it in and doesn't put it in the outlet thing. He knew more than that. He didn't want to get electrocuted. But he goes to make his first hole and stops the drill. Gets the drill stuck in the wall, calls a friend to come fix the situation. Friend comes over and goes, "Oh, you see this button here?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You do this and reverse it." He goes, he didn't know it had 2 different directions. So, so he like I said, he's not really that skilled with tools. He's a good guy. We like him, but there's a lot of things like if he needs wipers replaced on his car, he'll bring it to work and go, he's afraid. He's kind of embarrassed. He goes, I got some wipers. Would you guys be willing to do it? Yeah, no problem. Usually,
but that's a
it's my
friend
son
for you,
puts it on, but it's like he just, I don't know if it's just a lack of confidence. That's probably what it is, just lack of confidence. He doesn't want to screw things up. Maybe that's what it is, but he didn't.
It's called fear of destruction.
Yeah. So but yeah, he's not good with tools.
He's not the kind of character that would do an oil change in his driveway.
No, he barely knows how to change a tire, but his wife knows how to change the oil, do the tire. We joke with him and go, "Oh, he goes, yeah, I got to get oil change. Oh, the wife going to do it?" I'm gonna take it over here.
Dave,
But yeah, we rough him up. Like I said, we give him the kid brother treatment all the time. Yeah.
Don't bust his chops.
Yeah, it's all in good fun. So.
I'll bust chops, man. I'll bust chops where you want to bust chops. Okay?
This is a serious. This is a serious. When quite a few years ago, we were talking about we're getting off for the 4th of July in America. It's our Independence Day, and we brought up the subject because it's everybody knows what Independence Day in America is from. So
it's a movie.
So we asked it. Well, it was kind of like that. We asked them, what's today? 4th of July. What's it about? Oh, fireworks. Oh, what else? Oh no. I go, it's called Independence. Oh yeah, Independence. So the boss goes, okay, we got independence from somebody, a country. Which country was that? And he thought long and hard for about a good 5-10 minutes. And he's all, Spain? And he was serious. So he had to explain to him about the red coats and the Declaration of Independence and all that stuff. So, but yeah, he thought that we got our independence from Spain.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, good luck with that, man.
So, and then we found
I'm really glad
a state
your
map with all the
system is
shapes of
doing
the
that
states.
well, man.
He tried putting the states where they're supposed to go, and that took him about a good 30 minutes to put together, which should have taken about a minute or two. But like I said,
Is the American educational system that flawed?
oh, you're cutting out a little bit. What was that?
I said, is the American educational system that flawed?
No, it's not. He just chose not to listen to anything. He's said many times that reading is a waste of time. History belongs in the past because that's what makes it history. We've tried to explain to him,
I like this guy.
you could learn a lot from history as far as not making mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes and save yourself a lot of grief and hardship. But no, he's like,
Well, most definitely and most certainly. And history, although sometimes history is wrong, has
yeah. There's a lot of times where his history is wrong, but we're just talking about just basics. One of the things his mind was blown. His mind was he's not like mentally handicapped. He's all there, but certain things just for whatever reason he can't grasp. Like one of the things that blew his mind was we had a customer who goes by Chuck. He saw some paperwork that came across, and the guy's name's Charles, and he's like, "Who's Charles?" He goes, "I go, that's Chuck." He goes, "But why is he called Chuck and it says Charles?" I said, "That's a common nickname. Some people go by Charlie, some people go by Chuck. It's a very common nickname for Charles."
It's like my nephew. His name is Nicholas. We call him Nick.
Yeah, our son's Nick too. Yeah, we call him Nicholas.
some
But it's just it just
like
blew his
Chaz.
mind.
Sometimes I like Chaz, and essentially I'm really Chad. So
Yeah, yeah.
what
It's
is
like,
the name?
it's
What
like
is
I
the
could go
name?
by Dave, I could go by David. A lot of places where I've worked, because I was younger than most of the guys, they called me Davey, and it was just like, it is what it is, And then I go by Hop on here, so because there's a lot of Daves on the internet, so I don't want to get confused or confuse others.
Yeah, I'd really not want to be confused on the internet, man.
Yeah.
That would fuck me up, man.
Yeah.
All right, here's the best one, and I'm gonna let it go after this. My first girlfriend, Lisa, her sister was getting married in Arizona, and Lisa lived in Torrance. And one day I show up to her house. We're gonna go out for dinner, me, her, and her mom. And she's all delusional with this paperwork. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, we got to go to Arizona, right? I got to fill up this paperwork and get it done." And I'm, "What paperwork?" She applied for a fucking passport to go to Arizona. I said, "We don't need a passport. There's no borders. All they're going to ask you if you got fruit or not." She's like, "No, but we're going to a different state. Well, I need a passport." You don't need a passport. That's how some people's mind are locked up in a small cubicle.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's a bit of a red flag. I think that the girl that you were dating with was a bit of a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, in a good way, in a very good way.
Perhaps, but like she was kind of stupid.
In a good way.
I guess so, but that's a red flag, man. Like, if you think that you need a fucking passport to get in between each state, a bit of a fucking dumbass, man.
Well,
And she
that
was
same guy
born
that I
here.
work, yeah, the same guy that I work with, we were sending something to Rhode Island. He goes, "Oh, does that need to go international?" No, it's still part of the U.S. It's like,
Dude, we went to Puerto Rico. Okay, you don't need a passport in Puerto Rico.
yeah, he thought you need a passport to go to Hawaii as well. So
Yeah, so you can relate.
yeah, it's like, all right.
Fuck.
Well, one time he was asking like really basic questions after being on this job he was already working for us for about 3 years at the time, and he's asking questions of things that were super super basic that he should know. As a matter of fact, I put something on the wall that says SQDD, and he asked me one day, he goes, "What's that?" I go, "Same question, different day," because he always asks the same questions.
Common
And
sense.
he right, like when he was still in high school, right before he graduated, he was working at Costco making pizzas, and
Those are the best.
I was fed up that day. I forget what was going on and stuff, and he was complaining about something and asking some of the questions that I just answered a couple hours earlier. So I just asked him, I go, Dustin, focus. I go, did you have a chart on the wall showing you how many pepperonis to put on the pizzas at Costco? And no joke, he's all, how'd you know? What do you mean?
Oh
He goes,
my God, he wrote it.
yeah, there's a chart. I go, no, dude, you're messing with me. He goes, no, there's a chart, like a large one. I'm like,
Wow.
I don't think it's just him. I think it's like everybody in the States. We've been, dumbing them down for a long time, and
Why?
nobody
It's
has to
that
really think for themselves. They
man.
coddle
You
them.
have to simplify it, man. You have to keep it simple, stupid. Because essentially, people don't have common sense anymore. So they
Yeah,
need to be fucking told what to do and how to
Okay,
do it.
yeah,
Charlie, let me tell you something. We have those similar people that Dave is speaking about amongst our own bloodline family, and you got to deal with them. And friends are friends. It's the same thing.
yeah.
They're
You try to
family.
take care of them.
Yeah. And I mean, I got some friends that I can name nonstop, but they're my friends. I grew up with them. They're blood, you know.
Yeah,
I will do anything and everything within guidelines to help them.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's
we do above and beyond to help this guy out. But like I said, that day I was just like, I was beyond frustrated with him, and I'm
uh,
just like,
that happens, man. That
I'm
happens.
That's the
Hey,
reality.
yeah. One of the guys that was working there too was so annoyed with him. He goes, when you go to the bathroom, do you have to call your mom on the phone to clean up when you're done and stuff? I'm like, dude,
oh, that's a good one.
that's dude, we're
That's a
crossing
good
the
one.
lines here. Don't even go there. But yeah, it was
This is where
I
this is
sit
where
down-
holy shit comes in.
yeah.
Oh
I don't.
Jesus.
I sit down to pee. Don't you?
We're talking about number 2.
Oh no, but no, either or, man. I always sit to pee, man. You know.
And there's a number 3, you know, guys. It's when you shit, piss, and puke.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right out your nostrils, man. Yeah, fucking. That's a heavy duty fucking. That's a clusterfuck.
The only time I've had that problem when I was in Tijuana.
Elaborate.
Oh man, I ate that street food. It
Why would you
tasted
ask him
good.
to elaborate? Really?
Hey, Jinx, there you are. She turned on her mic just for a second to say that.
Hi, Jinx.
Hello, Jinx.
Hey, meow.
Welcome to the panel.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for a second, not to get brutalized by Jinx.
Brutal.
Listen, just don't elaborate on, please.
It's fun. I swear to God, I haven't had a lot of fun like this in a long time. I love experiences from different people's walks and lives.
Mhm.
It's good to see you, Jojo. Hey, Meow,
Same
how
here,
are you?
hon. Same here.
I
Same here.
need this fucking beer. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
missed your question earlier. Jinx would like. Well, you can ask the question since you're in here.
Oh, no.
No, okay.
I was just kidding. Jojo's got a wife and a kid, apparently, so.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I mean
on a
the
rent
question.
on a rental basis.
No,
In another dimension, would you marry me?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
There you go.
no, I meant the question
I
about
don't
the
know.
battle for Alberta.
You have a
Oh,
passport.
the battle.
You have a passport.
Yeah, who
That-
were you cheering for in the Battle of Alberta?
Who am I cheering for? The Battle of Alberta,
Yeah,
Ontario.
Battle of Alberta.
What is the battle about? I want to be in on this.
It's okay. Hockey,
Oh,
Calgary, and
hockey.
Edmonton.
Got
Yeah,
it.
Ontario doesn't exist.
Got it. Hockey
You
is big
don't
over there.
And you don't exist. This is just some sort of internet
Oh, you're
weirdo.
from Ontario, aren't you?
Yes, I am, man.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I'm from our country's fucking true economy, man.
Oh, please. You get the vote. We got the money, bro.
Man, you
Yeah,
might
you know what's
have
up.
money, but you're destroying the fucking earth. How do you feel about them fucking Texas those oil sands? Are you doing good about digging
Those
up?
oil sands raise a lot of families, makes a lot of money.
It hurts a lot of people too, does it not?
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Man, I'm from Ontario. What the fuck do you care?
I'm terrible. Get it straight.
Unterrible? That is funny.
I tell you what, man. You know,
I
you
live
think
there. I know.
you think you got it going on, but you really don't.
Oh, I really don't. No, I don't think anything.
I know.
What part of going on? When you say going on, like means what?
Well, it's just a whole sort of a fucking conscious thought process, man. Do you have that going on?
Yeah, I got a conscious thought process. Yes, I do.
Hey, Jinx, can you email me on that one? The definition, please.
Right?
Yeah, I just want a definition.
So we're on the same page now.
I'm not sure.
That page is swinging in the wind.
Okay. Okay.
We're listening.
Let's
We're
try
all
and.
students. You're the teacher. Let's put it that way.
If you just shut your fucking mouth for a second, focus.
Excuse you? You're Canadian. Why are you being so mean?
Why are you being American?
Shut up and fucking listen for a second, man.
I got the mouth diarrhea,
Right.
dude.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm giving a little fucking patience. Time.
This is you with patience?
This is patience, man. So
Okay.
I'm really curious, man.
Okay.
What is your favorite tree?
A green tree.
No, your favorite tree.
A
Not
green
just
one.
your favorite tree. What's your
A pine.
favorite tree, man?
A pine tree.
Pine tree?
I'm from
Okay.
Alberta.
See, I'm a weeping willow kind of guy, man. I really like a willow. A weeping willow,
The weeping
cascade.
willows have those little bugs on them. Like they get infested with bugs. Real hard to take care of. Like high
Yep.
maintenance type deal.
I'll show you fucking high maintenance, girl.
You already did.
Gee,
I'm gonna mute myself too. For this.
No, I gotta mute. You take over.
all right, Dave, what's your favorite tree, motherfucker?
I can tell you what trees I don't like. That's cottonwood because it messes my allergies.
But no. I'm talking about your favorite tree. I don't want to hear about the trees you don't like. I know trees are dirty and they can get in fucking.
No, I like trees. I like trees for the fact they provide shade and oxygen and all that stuff. But I've never really sat down and said I like one tree better than another. It's just
Well, you fucking
I
should.
appreciate the differences. I mean, my wife likes the jacaranda trees. They have the purple flowers and stuff. I go,
you
yeah, they
should.
look nice. But then I see the mess that they make when they drop all their petals. Pine trees are nice. They drop their needles and make a mess everywhere. We've got pepper trees in our backyard. They look nice, but after a while they start to die. We had palm trees in our front yard. We had to have those removed because they were too tall and nobody would come up and cut the fronds because they were like about 75 feet up in the air. And the fire department came and says, you got to do something about those or we're going to come back here and you're going to have to pay like a several $100 fine. So we ended up just going, we had somebody come out and cut them down. So, but
You need an arborist. You got to take care of your trees, Dave.
Yeah, they were here when we moved in. I mean, these trees were.
Don't blame the fucking homeowners in.
Okay, are you okay? The palm
man.
trees. The palm trees were probably about 2 feet around. Okay, I wasn't wanting to go up, like I said, about 75 feet up in the air, and go out there with a chainsaw and cut off palm fronds. I mean, my life is more important to me. You know, risking life and limb just to keep the fire department happy. It was just like, call somebody, have them cut them down. Because I'm busy. I work full time. I'm a caregiver. I got all kinds of my time.
I can work full time too, Dave. I fucking trim my trees.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, if you have trees that are manageable, that are small, that's fine. Like the pepper trees and stuff we have here, they don't get like way high up in the air. I can get up on a ladder and trim them. That's not a problem. If they're 10, 20 feet or so, that's not a big deal. But when you're on something that's 75 feet up in the air and the slightest wind starts doing this, it gets kind of hairy.
Yeah, but do you not have a jack on?
Do I not have a what?
A jack, like a fucking a harness. A harness when you're climbing.
No, I don't have a harness. I have a friend who used to do lineman work and was talking to him, and he's all, "There's no way in hell I'd go up there." He goes, I'd get about halfway up, and that thing would snap when he got up there. He probably weighed just under 300 pounds, and he's told me before, if you need any tree work done, because he's retired, he says, I'll come out and I'll take care of it, no problem. And he's done a little bit of work, for us and stuff. But I was talking to him about those, and he goes, "Nah, I ain't going up there. That's just foolishness."
It's not necessarily foolishness, but you just gotta know what you're doing, man.
Well, yeah. Well, he worked for Edison. He worked for Edison for like about 35 years, climbing up and down poles. He had the harness. He had the spikes. He had the whole nine yards.
I could solve this.
He just said no. He wasn't going to take the time to climb up the tree only to risk his life. He said get halfway up and then
Dave,
crashing
Dave,
down.
it's
You fall off a
easy.
ladder 6 feet, you get hurt. So, anyways,
Next time you need help, you call Charlie. He'll come out. I'll pay for the trip. He'll do
All
it
right.
for you.
All right, there you go. Well, the trees are gone now, so they're taking they're gone.
He's a bit of a scaredy cat, I see. A scaredy cat.
Well, scaredy cat, or just values his life, you know.
I'll take the value of life.
But the trees we have around here, because we live in a place that's a desert, they go seeking out water wherever they can. Sometimes the roots will go way down really deep, but more often than not, they go into your plumbing. They go into the sewer lines, or if you're on septic, they get into your septic tank, and the roots will rip a septic tank in half over time. We
Yeah.
had, when we moved in here, we had to take our shower completely out, get a jackhammer, go through a bunch, because one of the trees sent a root from about 75, 100 feet, just barely underground, and was into the shower and was running along the drain pipe of the shower. And it was like this big around. That was just the root of the tree.
I'm on a septic system here, and so I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Like, when I pee, I only flush every third time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm kind of conscientious in that sort of factor.
This man does not represent Canadians. PSA.
I need to have a PA sound here. The views expressed on the Hot Frog Show do not necessarily reflect the views of our sponsors, but we don't have any sponsors, so I guess I can't.
That is fucking hilarious.
I tell you, I'm gonna go fucking reload and refill. If you want to kick me off, you go ahead, but I'm gonna go.
He's kicking nobody out, dude.
No, I just put you in timeout because I was just trying to keep you guys from fighting. So that's all.
Well, keep them from fighting, man. Well, it's just a matter of opinion, you know.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily fighting. It's just a difference or
a difference
basically
of opinion.
Different outlook at life. That's all. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's precisely. That's it. That's it exactly.
All right.
The funniest part I've ever been through when it comes to trees, you brought up trees. I had to leave to Palm Springs for a weekend for the auction, and the wife was home, and she decided to do gardening, and we have these mini palm trees. Believe it or not, these mini palm trees grow bigger underneath the ground than they do on top.
Their roots are all over the place, but they're little.
Yeah, like 5 feet, 6 feet, and they were pushing the concrete up. So she says, "I'm going to take care of this weekend." I came back home on Sunday night, and she looked like she's had rough sex. She was bruised all over the place, scratched up, bleeding. Those things have sharp edges on the leaves.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
like
yeah.
Thorns?
Yeah, some of them do have thorns. I mean, I was helping a friend trim their palm tree that they had. It was like a barrel or something. I forget what kind of palm. It was short, but it was real wide.
Yeah,
and
5,
if you
6
weren't
feet.
watching what you're doing, it has these thorns.
Yes.
And this guy goes, "Yeah, I got stuck in the thorn. It felt like somebody gave him like a shot of Novocaine or something. It was painful."
I didn't know
and then
that
where he
they
got shot,
had.
it went numb. Yeah.
So what I did, Jinx, is I went next door to my neighbor, Ronnie, and I asked him, "Was there any guy in here this weekend?" He's like, "No, I didn't see anybody." I said, "Let's play your camera back." We played the camera back like fast speed. So she didn't have rough sex. She was got beat up by the trees.
Wow.
I was joking around, but
Yeah.
bottom line, those trees are rough, man.
Yeah, well, I started gardening years ago, and you find those little plants, they have thorns all over them, like the
Yeah.
sticky things, and you have to wear gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I
Especially
was like, oh,
the
the
thick
plants.
gloves.
yeah.
Yeah, the plants are so cute. I just want to touch them, but no, you need gloves.
You need
Yeah.
gloves. Yep. Yep.
Well, did Charlie misspell his name as Chaley? Because I have a friend. She's a female. Her name is Chaley.
Hold on, I gotta look.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm confused here.
I thought it was Charlie. He might have. I don't
I
know.
can't see it.
My
He's
friend
got it
Chaley.
CHALLIE. So.
Yeah, that's Chaley.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. It's been fun. It's about 4:00, and I got some things I got to do in the morning. I got
Do you have your padlocks?
padlocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just shut the gate down.
show the basement tapes. You guys got this out?
No, I don't recognize that. No, I don't have that one.
Fucking the band, man.
All right.
That's early band. You know the band, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the band. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the basement tapes, man. From Bob.
Did you flush the toilet,
Man,
Charlie?
shut down.
So. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Everybody's
gonna go
going
and
home.
wind this. Everybody's going home. People are leaving. So, thanks everybody for coming up. It's been
Have a
fun.
blast.
I'm go home.
So I got.
I'm already fucking home, man. Why you
Hey.
tell me to go home?
Shaylee, I'll see you on the next one, Shaylee.
So, all right. I'll see you. Good night. Thank you everybody for coming. It's been fun. Thanks for coming up, Jinx. You have to come more often.
Ciao for
Miss
meow,
you.
hot frog. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna head out. Have a great night.
All right. You too. All right. So, all right. Have a good day, Charlie.
Yeah, that I will do, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. That was kind of fun, man.
It's fun. All right.
Yeah,
We'll see you next time.
yeah, be good, man.
All right. You do the same. All right. Thanks, everybody. Black Quicksand and everybody else who's here. It looks like everybody's already left. So, all right. Have a good night. Do good to other people, and I'll do the same.
You better.